Hello, everybody, and welcome one and all to Chaos Week! It's Chaos Week! Thank you all so much for joining us to celebrate 5 years, or should I say 5 queers, of Transplaner RPG with this very special premiere rerun. No matter if you're tuning in for the first or the 100th time, we are Transplaner RPG, an all transgender, people of color led, dark fantasy actual play channel telling stories set in an original non-colonial anti-orientalist multiverse. This means that we stand against genocide and ethnic cleansing and support all oppressed peoples of this world struggling against injustice, imperialism, and colonization. We must use our voices to build solidarity and fight for the worlds we wish to see. So to that end, free Sudan, free DRC, free Palestine, abolish ICE, and free all oppressed peoples of this world. Thank you all so much for showing up to support our story. If you're watching this right now, you are here for a special director's cut rerun of the Chaos Protocol Arc 1, Episode 1. But before we get into all of that, please allow me to reintroduce my fantabulous Chaos cast and commentators for this evening, starting with Mr. Lovewins.
Hello everybody, my name is Valiant Dorian. I use he and his pronouns. You can find me all across the internet at Valiant Dorian or at Otzo's Spirit Bear. Please enjoy that lovely treasure I just set you on. And tonight, I'm here for the director's cut of the Chaos Protocol premiere, where I play not the chosen one, Sayir, who uses he, they pronouns. I'm gonna pass it on over to Pop Pop. How you doing, Pop Pop?
Hi everyone. I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and I am so pleased to be back for this exciting director's commentary of the Chaos Protocol, where I play Mr. Zanin-ish, who uses he, him pronouns. All right, my dearest, most beloved, the day before Juneteenth, it is my honor and privilege to present to you all the singular Sam Star.
Kai, that was so sweet. Hi, everyone. I'm Sam Star. I use she, they, and the occasional they pronouns. And I am so excited to come back and revisit this episode with y'all where it all started. If you're not privy, I play Lumira, who uses she, her pronouns. And I'm going to pass it along to the dramaturg.
Why, thank you, Sam the Star. Hi, everyone. My name is C. I use they, them pronouns, and you can often find me here on this channel being a producer, dramaturg, wearer of many hats, show running, making art, making merch, making posts, modding, pretty much anything, except for GMing, which I don't like to do. But speaking of GMing, I'm going to throw it right back to Connie, who is the person who does love GMing and who is the best in the world. Anyone?
Aw, shucks. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Quite thank you, C. Tonight, we have the absolute pleasure of raising funds for the TS Madison Starter House, which is an innovative housing initiative designed to support and empower Black trans women engaged in sex work. We are looking to hit $250 donated during this stream, so use !donate in the Twitch chat to help us smash that goal and support our community. If you are on YouTube, our donation link is currently pinned to the top of chat.
Oh god, I was so excited to be typing in the chat that I was like, oh wait, I'm next. Are you ready to celebrate 5 years of Transplaner RPG? Because we are. You can join us every Wednesday and Saturday in June. We're already halfway through June. That's wild. To kick off, to continue to celebrate half a decade of Transplaner RPG with reruns, special streams, one-shots, and more. We have a very full schedule listed on our social media and in our Discord channel, and you can use !anniversary or !schedule in the Twitch chat to join us for more weekly Transplaner goodness. Trust me, there is some stuff coming up that you absolutely do not want to miss, but we'll get into that later on. For now, as we get into our rerun, Connie? self-care tips.
All right. Yes, self-care tips. So, Transplanar RPG is a dark fantasy actual play series that deals with content that may be triggering for some viewers. So, content warnings for this particular rerun stream may include fantasy violence, guns as weaponry, complex and complicated relationships, and references to fire, immolation, and death of loved ones. So I'm just going to make sure that that is posted in the YouTube chat as well.
While you're doing that, I think this is a good time to let everyone know that while we are doing a rerun of the premiere of Arc 1, Episode 1, this stream may contain spoilers for the Chaos Protocol, generally speaking, as we continue to talk about things foreshadowing that happens. So if you are not caught up in the series, do what's best for you. Spoilers may or may not affect your enjoyment of the series. So it's totally up to you. You can also use ! recap to get to our handy recap document if you want to catch up very quickly. But we will be chatting over the stream as we're going through and having a good time commentating. You can also see we have a little chat box for ourselves to make silly comments as we go along too. But I'm very, very excited and very ready for this.
Yes. And speaking of being excited, we've already got 3 donos rolling in. So thank you to everyone so far. Ghost Boy Does Art, Qui Squared, and Dreamers Dystopia. Thank you all so much for giving. And please do continue to give as we watch and commentate across this rerun.
Truly.
All right, folks. Chaos, are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Can't promise I won't be sad, too, but
That part.
Sure ready.
Heavy on that part.
Whoa,
All right.
what's that?
Whoa, wait.
Where did that
Wait, we
come
can react.
from?
We can react
Wait.
on
Oh no!
you all can see our
Oh no,
text
that's
too.
so funny.
Oh my god. Wait, look.
It's time for chaos.
Uh-oh, it's gonna be chaotic.
It's time for chaos.
It's time for
I
chaos.
haven't
Let's
rewatched
do
this
it.
since I made the reel for Webfests like a year and a half ago.
Wow.
And I didn't even rewatch the whole thing. I just pulled clips that I knew. So
I haven't rewatched this since we aired it. So this is
Oh my
going
God.
to be
Okay.
Oh,
Let's go back in
fun.
time.
This is going to be quite whoa, wow, how poignant. Going back in time, me. Who would have thunk?
I'm gonna get
1
you.
year ago.
Would I get
1
you?
year ago.
One
Because this
year
aired June
ago.
30th. June 30th. Oh, almost 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2023.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
we're like really
Let's
close.
do this.
Okay. Okay. All right, ready? Chat, let me know what the volume is like between our voices and the stream. You'll just have to let me know. I think it should be at a good spot, but let's get started! Yay! Yay! Okay.
You're watching the Chaos Protocol on Transplanar RPG,
Aw.
an all-transgender, people of color-led dark fantasy TTRPG show set in an original
You
want to turn on the captions, the
non-colonialist
auto-generated
multiverse.
captions? If you like what
we
you
have
see,
for the
please
YouTube.
consider pledging to
Yeah.
our Patreon to support the show and
We
get
have
access to a
captions in the
patron-only
show.
after show,
Well,
early
maybe
podcast
after the
episodes,
intro. Yeah.
GM
Yeah.
notes, character sheets, and even the chance for your tabletop OC to cameo in our series. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy.
Our show.
The Chaos Protocol is a dark
More
fantasy
content
series that may contain content that is triggering for some viewers.
Can never be.
Content warnings
enough
for Arc
reiteration.
1, Episode 1 include
That part.
fantasy violence, guns
turn
as
this
weaponry, complex
video
and
down
complicated
slightly.
relationships,
Okay.
and references to fire,
Yeah, let me know if that's
immolation,
better,
and
chat.
death of loved ones. Arc 1, Episode 1. Moonlight mourn me.
No.
Moonlight mourn me.
You might warn me, and I
Kind of
will.
continuing.
Oh, we start with this. Oh, that's right.
The day the chosen one dies. A world made of leaves erupts into flame, and the fire
Hey, my hair looked
climbs
great.
so high.
Yeah, real,
scorches
correct.
The stars black,
All of you look great.
and there is no hope, and there are no tears, and there is no rage.
So glad I got a better camera though. I'm real glitchy.
Behind. You still look good in this one. You made your choice. Val, I love your like moody ass background. You're in the void. Brother, heed me. Oh, as you ought. I won't mean it, I swear to you. Your heart will be the weight of mine plus scar tissue.
Is that Bao Bao?
Yeah,
Mental
Bao Bao was also sad.
I was like, I didn't know if this was from the recording or if that's like,
like you did.
No,
like
that's
that's
her
the
shouting
angelic
now.
noise.
In my soul, and watch the ghost go.
Man, hi, Baba. Oh my
The
god.
violence of this.
Lover.
Yeah,
hold
Connie
me
really
when
just
I'm
started this
gone.
like
A path
Yep.
With
right
extreme
off.
violence.
Tread forever.
Yep. I'm like,
The best
hey,
time
pay
to say I
attention,
love
pay
you
attention.
is
She's
now.
gonna die.
The second
Yeah.
best time is now.
What if I kick Connie out of this call? Can I do
What
that?
if-
You can't remove Kai from this
Open
call.
on the carving of a
Done.
moon.
Okay, he's
clasped
gone.
Between the stone fingers of a statue. Are you serious? High above its head in rumination. In grief. This is
One Connie is enough. There's another one on the screen too.
So funny.
Jagged crenellations,
Connie.
a perfect replica.
Also, the fact that
of
we
the
open on a
central
moon.
in the perpetual
Yeah.
eventide.
That's like the
Well,
first
and it's
thing
not
we
just
see.
any
night
moon.
sky. The statue
I've been
that
so excited
holds
about
this
this.
moon is 20 feet tall and marvelous, with flowing robes of storm.
I do like that in my
gray stone
intro,
and an
the one about
expression
brother,
somewhere
like,
between
I won't
serenity
mean it.
and
I swear to you.
Yeah.
This is the statue of Yin
Did you hear
Han,
Sing
the
Sayer?
moon god,
Oh, you're
worshipped by
muted.
all in
Baba.
You're
Zhuang,
muted, Val.
even beyond his
I think
demise.
about that all the time. What do you mean?
Yeah.
About
What do you
Yin
mean?
Han,
Say
perfect,
didn't
the
hear
soft
that.
lines of his
Say
tall,
Yeah, it was in the
long,
meta-narrative.
dark hair
Yeah.
flying out like a halo
Yeah.
inverted the regal.
Okay, but also we're about to get the
Gaze.
intro of.
Oh.
Everything
Marvel.
about
Oh.
Yin An is perfect except part of the moon.
You mean
he's
my
holding
my
aloft
beloved
is
boyfriend?
Yeah.
That's right. There is a broken
Our
off
beloved
piece
boyfriend.
shaped
Our
like a
beloved.
crescent. Its absence creates jagged
And also
edges that bristle.
Her.
Like
Her.
the
Her.
You know,
The statue of Yin An.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm
towers
getting an
behind a
ad.
Shrine rich
I got an ad
Oh,
when- I got an
God.
ad when it first started for me, yeah.
Oranges, bitter tasting wine, lotus flowers. Stone pots flank the shrine, their ashen pits burning gray and red with fresh incense.
Connie description. Let's go.
Pillars of heavy wood support the curved ribs of the roof. Strips of
We were
vermilion
doing
paint
so much
peel
new
it.
stuff for this too.
Long,
like
thin
I was like
tassels
mixing
of
for the
sutra
first
paper
time.
dangle from the ceiling, inked.
I'm looking
with
at the overlay
calligraphy
and going,
from a
why does the
bygone
caption
era.
box look like that?
Hey.
Be nice to my friend.
Be
You have to be nice to yourself.
Northern wind peaks.
See, 2 years ago I was working so hard.
So hard.
Now,
Working way harder
The
than I
temple
needed to
simmers
be. I
in
figured it
ruin.
out now though.
its eastern wall is collapsed, the gray light of Zhiguang's everlasting night gasping through like an unwanted
You can see me
guest.
constantly looking at my
despite the war,
CPU
despite the
like meters to
destruction,
make
despite
sure
the
that I'm
evil
not
power
absolutely
of
overloading my
Within the
PC
temple,
because this is on my old computer too.
is well kept.
Yeah.
The rubble from the
All three
eastern
of us
wall has been
are
moved
on different
outside.
rigs.
The floors are swept.
Yeah.
The
Between then and
rafters
now.
are free of
Quite literally.
cobwebs. Even the
I'm in a totally new
glimmers
location.
with recent
Yeah, you are.
flowers.
Totally
The
different
fruits are
space.
Fresh, the wine unspoiled, even the gold
almost
looks
nostalgic.
hand polished.
Just a little
Yeah.
bit.
This
I'm
place
like,
of
wow,
worship
look
is
at
broken. Yes,
Anybody could have just walked
but
in
it is
back
also
there.
loved.
Some points at that line. Points at that
The
line. This place of
moonlight
worship is broken.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
but it's also
Yeah.
lost. Ooh,
Love.
Connie.
Love.
By who?
Connie.
By who?
I don't know.
By who?
The true
said
denizen of this place
Give
is
me-
darkness.
Give them to
Shadows
me.
lurk
She is
in
darkness.
The dusty caverns of the ceiling and the unseen
Our
places
shadow
behind
baby
red
girl
painted
alert.
pillars and even the smoke that curls upward from the incense, smelling like orchids and camphor. And in the center of the Moon-Kissed Temple, under the watchful and impartial gaze of Yin An, a fight unfolds.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Sayer, Mira,
let's
and
do it.
Sage,
Yeah.
Your shadows have been ripped from your bodies, given physical form, and imbued with violent intention.
Yeah. Violent intention.
A shepherd's flock.
Connie really does love
These
starting
shadows are
in media
dark,
res too.
writhing,
I love a
trying
Connie
to
to kick
view
things off.
inky silhouettes without
Well, and like we
faces
had
or
walked up to
names.
this moment
Your latest
pre-stream.
mission brought
Yeah.
So it's very cool to like
you
just be
cannot
in it.
fail.
Yeah,
again.
same.
It's true.
Ying He,
Cannot fail
the
again.
shadeless, the monster of Zhangya, punches before his
The
eyes.
6193414.
Back, revealing a face twisted with desperation and pain. Her light brown skin is pale, bloodless. Her silver eyes are glazed and pleading. Dark hair sticks to her brow, black lines creeping up her
Who
neck
would have
as
known
liquid
what she
shadow
would have
fills her
become?
veins.
Nah, right then.
Lips tremble
Boy.
as he cries out.
It's
Us
so
thinking
fun
this was a one-off.
because
Told
Yinghe kind of
you
was meant to be
to
like a
leave.
one-off,
I
but
can't
you
do
all
But then
fell
Seer
in love
had
with
to
him so
be-
deeply.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
Sarah was like,
Yeah.
even
Guess
more
what?
than you already have. And
I
now,
went to
I want
to
you
see
to
being like, what if I'm gay?
who are you?
yeah.
I said
What do you look
heard.
like? And how do you turn to face?
You mean
what
the
are you doing?
Gay
normal?
and vile.
It's Sayer.
Show me
Oh,
myself.
Papa.
Yes, he's shedding
Moving
the
on.
wild
away.
style.
Let's
Give
go.
me-
Combat.
I was so
He
proud of
is
learning how
the
to do
heavy
this as an
front
aside.
line, ready to take the punishment.
And now it's like
that
second
his
nature.
compatriots might have it. And that is what he is doing right now. His bright blue eyes are locked against the
Someone made a joke on Tumblr of
Baby
like
eyes of his shadow counterpart.
his blue eyes,
Crimson blade
and I was like, I didn't
comes
realize I
against
kept
his-
doing that.
His heavy-set body,
His
has
blue
held
eyes.
Blue
against
cerulean
himself
orbs.
to try and
His
defend
cerulean
himself from
orbs.
this.
Yeah.
I love
back,
his
his black and
cerulean
gold
orbs.
robes move past him as if a huge wave of wind has just hit him.
We also
He
got
gasps-
another
he gasps
hit,
upwards
another dono
and
from
grabs
that
the
Brad
blade.
BB for 50 bucks. Thank you so
Hey.
much.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
We're almost at
Amazing.
100. We're
Right,
$5 away from 100.
Shirt hiding in a dark sun tattoo
Hey.
that glimmers like
Go, let's
moonlight.
go, let's go.
Yeah, the
Pushes
sun
further
tattoo.
and further, locking his horns closer
Uh-huh,
and closer,
uh-huh,
like a
uh-huh,
buck.
it's here.
Oh my
As
god,
he
it's so
murmurs to
beautiful.
himself,
As an
"This is
aside.
I love it.
Yes.
It healed so. Did it heal so well?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
It
gorgeous.
healed
It's already, yeah, it already
Sure
looks
is
so
beautiful.
good. Yeah.
further against
It's
his
so
Yeah.
beautiful.
counterpart with his crescent blade in hand and his shaggy hair
Crescent
covering most of
blade.
his eyes.
Crescent
Crescent blades.
Crescent
Yes,
blades.
Sayer, the
blades.
shadow that you're currently grappling with, like
Also the
stabbed
Arc
with
1
horns
art
interlocked,
slash the
kind of power
Yeah.
stances before you as a
I'm
dark
always
love it.
going to be
yourself.
obsessed
Croson, we
with
love you.
Lumira's art.
yeah.
I know.
Like,
It's so good.
I
Your
love our
shadow
Arc 1
wields
art. I'm
these
so obsessed
twin
with it.
crescent blades, just
Yeah.
like
I
you, they're
dream
identical,
of
but there is
tapping
one
Croson again
crucial
for like
difference,
midpoint
okay?
art.
You,
Oh.
say
You know, like see
Midpoint,
how
which is soon?
What a
Which is soon.
what a
Stars
final, what a finale, like last
like
arc
a
8.
midpoint.
This
and
description.
shadow of a bigger, brighter.
This
Oh,
description
God,
from
this is-
Connie. You are a rose
This
starved
shadow
from
sayer.
light.
He holds his head high.
Also, Val,
His
that shirt
shoulders
for
are
you
back,
when in
his
real life.
fists are curled around the hilts of his blades with perfect confidence. And as he punches his
Even
blue
Kai
sword
looks so
against
baby.
you, black fire
Yeah.
roars to
Kai
life.
looks so
and
baby.
Kai does
lightning,
look baby.
And black lightning.
I mean,
sparks
like
into
3 episodes in, I
existence
cut my hair and I
along
never
with
looked
her.
back. So
That twitches, stirs.
my hair was
something
so
familiar
long when we
within
started.
you.
It was
God,
like
Yeah.
but that feeling
it got
is
pretty
also
long
so far away, you've
between
never been able to
like
reach
arc
it.
2 and arc 3
And
as well.
now,
But it was like
somehow, this
down to here
shadow
when we
version of
started.
you is wielding
Yeah.
it with such mastery.
Ooh, we hit 100.
shade.
Thank you,
Thank
It's amazing. TS Madison Starter House really is so amazing.
Yeah.
Like a charging train.
I'm so psyched that we're
Breaks
raising
your
So cool.
stance, and he
Yeah.
slashes
An
the
incredible
sharp
initiative.
edge of his
I think it's the
sparking blade
coolest fucking thing in
across
the
your
world,
chest.
honestly.
And on that flare of black flame, we
Community
woosh across
cares,
the temple
community
to
love.
find Lumira. Who are you? What do you look like?
her.
There she is.
There she is.
Lumira is the party's healer.
Yeah.
She
And-
primarily
Sure.
Sure, she is.
She
did not
is
know
the
that yet.
healer. Or get hurt in the line of action. She's the one who steps up to the plate to help.
Yes.
So I think that's where you see Lumira. She's standing off over in the corner, and she's
We do
seeing
sound younger.
Sayer.
I do agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we? Oh my
Um,
god.
Everyone
And
was also
you
absolutely so
immediately
nervous.
see.
Like my
I was
drama.
gonna say,
I
so
know.
nervous.
I was so
I
nervous.
was
so
very
scared.
lean but athletically built
This is
frame.
like a spoiler for episode 2. But
The
when Artemis comes in
smooth brown
episode
skin
2,
that almost looks
I literally
gold
couldn't
glimmered
hear what was happening in
underneath.
my headphones because my heart was
she
beating
is
so loud and so fast, and I like couldn't feel. I was so
She carries herself
nervous.
with all the rigidity and poise of
But
an
you all do
archmage
such a good
and
job.
body language and stature. But if you look,
Hey, look at us
closely
2 years
at her, you can see in
later.
her eyes, she's wildly looking around,
Eyes, Lumira's
trying
eyes.
to pinpoint what part
I
that she
love
can
her
get to
eyes.
that's safe enough to help those around. Her hair is
I keep looking
kind of
down, like I
frizzy
have my
and all
phone
over
like
the
right
place at
off
this
to the
point in
side of me
time.
that
It's
has my
almost
character
this
art, so I can
long,
like
Yeah.
so
It's
I
every
can
so
reference
often
it.
streaked with
That's
white
what you
that
should
are-
do.
that's going
I want to
through
bring
in
out my
these
dramaturgy
gold,
notes.
pieces.
Oh
my
that are
goodness.
Oh
God.
God, baby
left
dramaturgy
natural state
notes.
and other
I know.
pieces
You
are
get
braided.
First
A
pages
peek
of
behind the
journal.
curtain.
And
Improv games, the
her
first mission.
robes
Oh.
are kind of billowing out behind
cute.
her, and it
I am
almost even
obsessed
in
with
this darkness, the
Arc 1 Lumira's
intricate
like
golden
design.
embroidery of clock
It's so
gears,
gorgeous.
every angle that she turns, the light kind of glimmers off of it. Her earlobes
Luigi,
are
man, you and I are on the same
long
page.
and stretched with these gold plate gauges that match the same pattern of her uniform. And
I'm
I
literally in
love
love
that.
with
It's
her.
every
actually
so often
it's
she
so funny
swishes,
too,
you
'cause
can
it's
see
like
underneath
I'll be like
her
in the
cloak is
like the fan art
a
chat every now and then, and
gold
people will be like,
pocket watch,
"I just realized
vintage
Lumira has
pocket watch that
gauges.
sits attached
Why
to
have I
her
not been
belt,
drawing her with gauges this whole
and
time?"
a
And I'm like,
Yeah.
book
honestly, to be
of
fair,
some
sometimes
sort,
I forget, and I have
that's
to remind
also,
myself looking at the character art, like,
attached
oh
to
yeah,
her
that
waist.
is.
And
That is so real, though.
What she
I
said.
forget
That
that
is
Sayer
part
has
of
a
it.
tail, and I'm like, I need to be talking about his tail more.
her shadow counterpart.
I mean, I can remove it for
and
you,
is
you know, so
looking
you don't have to
for-
worry.
No,
Connie.
no, we already spent an entire arc without it.
She's been
We had a
training
whole arc with no
with
tail. I need my tail
trained
back.
for a long time now.
I missed it
Almost
so
all of
much,
her life
and my
almost.
antlers.
And she
Aw.
I want my
You've given
antlers
those things
back.
away so
see
much
that
you can't
gear
say
switch
antlers,
on in her
actually.
training where she finds that weak point and exploits that. As
the
she
scary
kind
part of Lumira.
swishes through
I know your
Scary,
medical
scary,
is
scary.
ah!
yeah. Trying to take her
It's like, what's the most weakest part in the human body?
As you do, you see your shadow on the periphery of
That's
your
the
own vision
Artemis.
follow
That's
you
what I
as you
know.
switch to
That's
her
the-
vision.
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
precision.
yeah.
She
Yes.
moves in perfect rhythm.
Never
the
forget
ruthless
that Artemis-
precision.
that Lumira was
And
also
at
trained by
first,
the Great
your
Huntress.
shadow seems
Do not
exactly
forget.
like you.
Mhm.
If completely
Yep.
Do not forget.
I
filled
do
with
not.
void. The road,
The
kind of
the
calculated
tree,
presence
like
of
Sing
it,
Sayer
but
and
as
Lumira
she
were all
closer,
trained by Artemis,
starts
and they've
Yeah.
all
mimicking
internalized the
movements
lessons in
and
very
starts
different ways.
acting on
Quite
her
literally.
own.
Very.
Shadow
Very
clasps
different
and
ways.
arms behind her back in a perfect study
Oh my
of
God.
control. And
Control.
with the other, she
Control.
reaches into
Sorry,
her
I'm just
robes
like
and pulls
confidence
out
Right.
over
that
Sayer.
pocket watch. That pocket watch you've carried for as long as you've been at the
What about
center
that?
of the
Connie
mirror, but have
introduces
never
it.
really used it
Right.
in your magical explorations
Evil.
or studies because, well, it's
Probably
broken.
the most important
It
piece
doesn't
of her
tell
entire.
time. It's simply a memento from a past you can't really remember because it was so long ago and you were so
now
Got
we
young,
another
but that
dono
matters.
from
Just
that
a
fidget
gamer
spinner.
share.
Matters
Thank
right now.
you so
In
much.
your eyes, this
We're at
shadowy
105.
version of
We're
you
45 away from
clicks dependent on
150.
your shadow watch,
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
and your heart stops beating.
Right.
This stressed me out. Like you see my
Yeah.
face, it was like what?
Pain shoots through
The
your
first
body as
instance
your
of
blood
Connie
slows
violence,
down,
immediate.
your vision
My eyes are huge.
I guess it's like a 7 because I feel like that
Breathing is
opening was also very
difficult,
violent.
Even as you
Yes.
stagger
Yeah, it
along
was.
the spot.
That broke me out of my brooding Simon Sayer brain, and now I was like,
Broke
what
me
the
out
fuck
of
did
my
you just
brooding.
do?
Is
Like a
very
ghost caught in a
funny.
dream.
We just started. You
Then the
can't
pain
kill our healer.
flares. And on the spike of that pain,
I remember chat
dare you
just
try.
going, just like,
Oh,
Zion.
right.
Pop, pop.
first
Party
hat
bottom.
moment
Oh my god, look at
soon.
him. Look at him.
Let's go, old
Wrong
man.
of all of the scuffling and Lumira trying to make her play a gold toe boot slides atop.
Yeah.
I see the animation in my mind. I see the boots.
lavender tone.
I see it
You're such a
coming.
genius for the
and
pan
picks
up
a
from the
flat
floor
and
for your
black
introduction.
with a gold.
Get the heck!
2 years later, same reaction.
We're still so hyped.
This is it.
And every time it comes out,
Very
everyone's like,
toned
yeah!
hair.
I'm just hyped every time. It
With
does, Kai,
very
it literally
Hype
does
for
not
hat.
matter
Graying
how many
Yeah.
times
around
you are
the
not wearing your
face
hat
and
and,
over
then
the
you put it
ears,
on.
and
I like it
it's very
every time.
clear that this
Every
is not
single
a
time.
Never
Every
gets
single
so
time
sexy.
it is.
Ever.
I love it.
sprout.
Every time
Never
it
ever
is.
gets old. Every time.
But the hat fits, and he shifts.
Also, I
and you
look
see
like
the
5
fingerless
years older when I
gloved
put it
hand
on. I
vanish
look like
inside
such a child at the
layers of
beginning.
Beautiful.
It does, yeah, it makes you
Yeah.
seem
that seem to
what's it,
glimmer
like,
in the moonlight.
dignified.
The
What is it?
moon's
Like the term?
light,
Yeah, well, it's
if you will.
yeah.
It's like literally the
It
like
reaches in,
frame
and
logic
he
of
takes
art.
just a
You know,
slight knee
the upper
as
part
the
is
stalk
looks taller without
of
the hat,
a
and then I weight it
beautiful
down.
dark elm of a rifle.
Yeah.
Mounts itself just under
using
his arm
ratios
from
to your
within the
advantage.
clothes.
Yeah.
And the whole thing in one swift motion.
There's the
pivots
costumer.
upward,
There it
doing
is.
A long
Right.
rifle with a
The gun.
Oh, Zion's
geometric cut
gun.
of the metal and a
You could call it
gold
his gun.
single bolt action on it, just past where the.
Well, we
trigger
didn't know
is.
that back then, did we? We didn't know that, did we?
Nope.
And it just hangs long over his otherwise black.
Also, I love the
clothes
tassel
that are
on this
only
gun.
broken
Like
up
the
by
Zheguang gun is just
dusting
very
Yeah.
cool.
gold and neon.
I need someone to do like
raises the rifle and
you know
puts
how
his
folks
chin
do for like
against
other
it,
shows,
where
like
his
weapons
similarly
throughout the different
toned,
seasons.
very
I need someone to do that
stubble
for
rests against
Nova.
Oh yeah, do like
Yeah.
And
all of
that would
the
be
a
variations
single
of patience and violence.
neon
Oh.
green
Listen,
marking
I've been playing a lot of
on one
Hades
side
too
of his
because they
face
just came
rests
out with like an
against it. He
update and like how
closes
like she has access to a bunch of
his
different weapons. I was thinking
glowing
like, ooh,
green
what would
slitted
like
eye just
Nova
want
and like
to
the
get a better
Chaos
aspect.
Protocol
Looks down
collection,
his
yeah,
rifle.
Yeah,
and
there
the
are
different
aspects.
aspects of specific weapons.
I mean, I could
yeah.
do that
His
for
shadow
Zynon
is gone
now.
There's all these shadows
I
everywhere.
could do
Why
that
would
for
it be
Sayer
here?
now as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
One of
talking
them
about.
is Artemis.
Raises the rifle. To
So-
find
I'll have to show you, Sam. I'll have to show
So,
you.
And that
basically,
It's very
the
cool.
is your fatal
contextual pitch for
mistake.
that, Sam, is
As you
if
tear
each of
your
you
eyes away
picks
from
a
protecting yourself
weapon
and
that is
fix it upon
related to your
Mira,
character. For example, it'd be the
we,
Crescent
but
Moon
you
Blades
don't
for
see, but
Sayer,
we
and then like the
audience
different
do.
aspects of the
Spot
weapon or the
Zion's
different like
shadow,
versions
his
of the
perfect
weapon that you can
blind
unlock. So there could be an
Oh,
aspect of
okay.
Artemis
Shadow
that like
is the
reflects
same
Artemis's
height
lessons
as
over
you.
the
He has the same
over the sister
stature,
blades.
the same
An
hat, the same
aspect of
duster, the
maybe
same
Doom.
rugged,
Mhm. I was gonna say aspect of Doom. Aspect of Artemis.
Okay,
But
yeah.
unlike
They'd be
you,
all surgical
Yeah, yeah.
your shadow
weapons.
holds
There'd
himself.
be an
Oh, yeah,
aspect
yeah,
of
yeah.
time.
Listen,
Absolutely.
hear me.
Absolutely.
Different pocket watches.
Aspect of
never been
Oku.
jammed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like Zion's easy because it's like aspect of Asia.
He is you.
The collective
Yeah.
ooh
young-
eight. I just
Less
like, ooh.
lean.
I have a painful pitch for one of Sayer's
And now you
aspects.
catch
Yes.
a
The worst
flash of
already.
movement
If
on
you
your
say
screen.
sing, I'm throwing you out
Sing
of this
his
call.
ass off. Yeah.
Take him out.
Boot Val.
Boot him.
Boot Val.
Boot him out.
Get rid of this man. He's gone.
The brim of his own hat with what is that? Cockiness.
Cockiness.
And
Connie, you did
faster
3
than your
C's for
own
each
eye
of them.
can Track. Your shadow
Chaos?
flashes into the folds of his own cloak and pulls out a mirror image of that bolt action rifle.
The
Confidence,
collectivism again.
control, and
Your shadow
cockiness.
explodes from the barrel. It punches
Ooh.
into your shoulder with enough force to stagger
Yeah.
you. A smoking trail of black mist rising.
Looking at
from your
Zion's
cloak.
art right now made me realize that I
As you
hadn't
stumble
seen
and
like
grunt from this
purple
low
Zion in a
cut
while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to the
I've missed
fourth
him.
And final member.
Time for him to
of
become.
Sword
Make him
Sing
purple.
Nova.
Sing!
Oh my god.
My
Identical to him in stature,
miss you.
build, skin tone, and the antlers that curve from
Even
her
Bao Bao
head.
loves
But
sing.
different
Yeah, Baba's
in
cheering.
really every single other way.
Oh my
that
god!
matters.
We hit the
With
hell out of our
Sayer's
donation
darkness.
goal.
What?
Oh my god!
Gale and the Grimkeeper
Violent sin,
and Iskaros
full
coming
of
in! Yeah! Thank you
Oh my god, you guys.
Translators! Wow, that was wild.
Thank you.
It's been like
Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh my god!
Sing just got here.
Sing just it's sing. It was sing, y'all.
Sing for sing.
Oh, thank you all so much.
Sing wears a white
You're welcome.
robe over a low-cut
Oh,
black
my
We're at, like,
tunic
310.
loosely at the waist.
That's
Should I
by a
adjust it?
golden sash.
Honestly,
The
I
right
was
side
like,
of
what are
her
you
chest
talking about? Because I'm
sports a
watching the
tattoo,
teleparty link and seeing
a
the dono
birthmark.
goal in the
Yeah,
first
me too.
episode.
It's like we're not even close.
I was like, what are you talking
For
about?
Sing, there is more light than darkness, more hope than despair. But the most striking thing about Sing is her eyes. Her
Oh,
eyes are a bright,
pink eyes.
violent
Pink
shade
eyes.
of pink.
Violent shade of
There's
pink.
something
Violent shade of pink.
unexpected and
You are
dire
violent for
about
that,
just
Connie.
how intensely
Dire.
pink they are.
You're
Like the
violent for
blue
that, Kai. What is your
and the
problem?
mountains in scarlet.
That's fucked up.
A purpose greater than just this
Hurting my
one
feelings.
unremarkable
When I
Their
see
bloom of
you.
peonies in the
And
mouth
Sing
of a
does
circus skull.
have a
Connie,
greater
that's
purpose.
wild.
Everyone
Yeah,
knows it.
gorgeous.
Everyone on Strike Team Nova, everyone at the Syndicate, everyone
Connie's
she's
sitting back
ever
like,
met
"Ooh, I ate
knows
this."
it.
No, truly though.
Yeah, truly, yes, Connie did eat.
But you
They
did.
were made. They were made by fate herself to serve a greater purpose.
Y'all have no idea how much Kai boxes with
Is
those
exactly
damn
still
pedals.
a mystery to Sing,
It's
but
true.
they are fate's
Kai
chosen.
saw us in person,
As for Sing,
handed them to us, and was
yeah,
like,
everyone
"For you."
knows the story.
I
After
got one
fate
even better.
lifted
Not the
Imagine
violence.
coming
Sing
in.
depths of
Imagine
the
coming
crime
into
or
your room after a
second
long day of
Sing
panels at Big
also
Bad.
lifted from those depths.
You're
a
sitting there, you're
heartbeat
waiting for
rate,
your friends to
blue-eyed,
arrive because you get there
black-haired, and as
early,
silent as
and you
Sing
come
was
upstairs to see what Kai's doing,
Fate
and there's just
doesn't make mistakes.
a cherry
But as
blossom
far
on
as
your
the
bed,
Syndicate was
just
concerned,
there. As soon as you walk
Haunting
in,
the
a
night.
I would
song.
treat that as a gauntlet thrown.
That's
I'd be like,
exactly
all
what
right,
it was.
it's time to square up.
I was like, so you want to
about
fight me,
Sing.
Kai? Is what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Sing
So you want to fight me?
brandishes her
Okay,
long
cool.
sword, a gleaming silver.
This
with
is
a
her
Sing's
first
long
Sayer
sword
dig.
hilt.
Oh,
Yeah. Forward like a charging stag. and
First
crosses
stray.
blades
Oh my god,
with her
baby
shadow.
Val's reaction.
Sing's shadow
Honestly,
is
it's
black
honestly
and
it's the
like her
second
as well,
stream
with
because the
the
first
edges
one
of
was
the
like,
sword
oh yeah, your shadow so much
flickering.
better than you, so confident.
Setting up
Honestly,
Sayer's
fair.
themes really
Tongues
clear.
of black flame off the
Connie,
shoulders.
Connie did the same
But
thing
Sing
to me
just
in Arc 1 of
laughs.
Chaos that he did in
And
Arc
unlike
6 of
you,
Second
Sayer,
Stranger,
unlike you,
but he's like,
Mira, unlike you,
welcome,
Zion,
welcome,
Sing
Val,
does not fall.
picks up steel
Sing
bat,
rises
welcome to the
to
crew,
the
are you ready for this?
They twist their sword under the shadow's blade, flick their wrist, and disarm the shadow. The obsidian blade spins through
Sing.
the air and then
Oh,
hits the
Sing.
ground.
Perfect
I love
baby
her
girl.
so
The shade.
much.
I
They're
love
just,
thinking
yeah.
about how
Right
things would
in
have
the
been
sternum,
different if she
solar
was
plexus,
in
and it staggers
the problems that you
backward.
all were in
Guard
Arc 2.
wide.
Yeah.
But instead of
Oh, the
that,
problems
Yeah.
instead of
Lumira would be
pressing the
having.
advantage, reaches into the pockets of her robe and pulls out the crescent
Talk
moon
about stuck
sigil,
between a rock and
the
a
broken
hard
off piece of the
place.
moon god statue. A beam of silver light is shooting from the center of this
Lumira
broken
just
off
The
piece,
mess.
and it's
Trucking
pointing
across.
directly at the city.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that that's already not.
And Sing dashes past their
Oh
staggered
my
shade and
God.
starts heading toward that statue. And without missing a beat, your own shadows begin to turn away. They break from the duets with each of you as a new priority comes in, trying desperately to stop Sing. But Sing shouts over her shoulder at the three of you as she starts being pursued and as she's heading for that crescent moon statue. Strike Team Nova! Cover me. And cover Sing. Let's start with Zynon.
I could hear the
After
clicking
reeling from that shot,
on the emotions. I
Zynon
love it. I love
sees
it.
The shadow move, and it's
Gotta
like
click violently.
both that inky blackness, but for Zynon there is dust that trails behind it, and a sneer.
I love how Sing's,
crosses his
the
lips,
art is,
and
like,
he
on
just
Lumira's shoulder.
It's
So
strikes
cute.
the rifle.
I love it because it works
Takes a
with like
very
Lumira's shoulder and it also
slow
works with Sayer's shoulder
The
as well.
Sayers, yeah.
Yeah.
When they have
It could work with Zynon,
scenes
but too.
together.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
The art is just so
And
perfect.
pulls the trigger.
Frozen, how dare you?
Hits his
Yeah.
shadow.
Man,
in
Sing
the
and Sayer
back
really
of
were.
the
They were
leg.
so.
They're both so pretty.
like you would an animal.
I just looking at
They're
this art.
all
They're
so
both like
pretty. Like,
gorgeous.
yeah.
Everyone
All
is
so pretty.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, it's actually
Everyone's
up
after her.
theirs.
Yeah, I think there's a.
Then we throw
noise
the-
that shoots
the
out of
hands
barrel
in
of your
there.
bolt-action
Oh my
rifle, and your aim is true. I think pain is burning in your shoulder from where your shadow pegged you, but now that shadow we
you.
see it stumble and stagger.
Pegged you?
Listen, he thanked you.
One
It's
episode
fine.
one.
Yeah,
I was like, that sounds like a good
Episode
time.
one.
Shoulder.
It's Zion in a track.
eyeless form, face falling upon you as you kind of like tip your hat at it, right? And you swear you hear your own shadow snarl. But even
Can't
in
you
the
just
jib,
say gone?
Zion, you say that, and as your shadow snarls at you, even in the growl, you hear something exuberant about its voice, about its presence, something youthful, something that you once had,
Youthful?
perhaps, but
We saw this Zion
no
in
longer.
Arc 3.
Now there's just
Yeah, we
Let
did.
me just point that out.
regardless. Your shadow is now immobilized. Lumira, how do you cover Sing?
So Lumira is gripped with her heart stopping at the moment. And I think for a
love with
second
her.
it really throws her off.
Desperately.
Episode 1 stops your heart.
We all got quiet. We're all just like,
Feels the essence of the magic that stopped her. And she doesn't understand it. She doesn't understand why. It's almost warm feeling to an extent. It doesn't.
Also, what a
feels
masterclass
natural
in
and
foreshadowing
unnatural
something that
at
you
the same
know
time.
Yeah.
off the table, but
And
don't know in character.
I think she lets that
Sam?
feeling
Yep.
kind of overtake her for a bit.
It's really a
lets
masterclass
it
in like
fill
teasing
her,
out the vibe.
and then almost as if her magic, her healing magic, is almost like sugary syrup that's getting
I'm also
poured over
excited
all of
slash
it.
terrified
She lets that
for when
overtake the
Lumira
rest
can
of
click
it,
her watch
and when
and
she
stop somebody's heart.
realizes that,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Frightening.
Because you know
If
that
this
was
is
that was
supposed to
a
be me.
liminal.
then they also
Right
have
here.
my weak spot.
well, it's,
And I think
she does it by the
Lumira
end of this
will
arc, but it's just
turn
not as nice.
to her left side, and as she's
No,
like, kinda
Lumira
like
really
on the
said,
ground,
be gone.
pulls out
Yeah.
one
Lumira like Thanos snapped.
Yeah.
Quite literally, these boots are thigh highs, but she
I
always.
still don't know about it.
Nice.
It's my
One of
favorite
my
fact.
favorite deaths.
she'll
One of my favorite
whip it
deaths in the
out
show
and
too.
Get it, the shadow right in their left Achilles. Just
Yeah, get the Achilles.
Healer, Lumira, through and through, a physician, a mage of the body, mind, and soul. You know how to heal people. You know how to help them. You also intimately know how to manipulate their own biology against them. You pull out your brute knife and you
And
fucking
hurt
hit
'em.
your shadow. Bam!
Right.
Should not have
Right.
hurt 'em.
There's no
Also,
You
looking
gank
at
'em.
blood, no
the
bone, no
Zion
grist,
and
no
Lumira
marrow,
daddy
but
daughter
there
boot
is
knife.
heft. You feel the dagger
Yeah.
stick into something. It's
Yeah.
not
It's
just
almost like I
shame, and your
might have
shadow
picked that up.
staggers, and just like Zion's, she kind of falls to the ground and drops the hand.
It's
with that
generational
shadowy
at this point.
pocket
Then
watch.
I
Pull
know.
out of the grasp and skitter across the floor. And then, even while she's on the ground, kind of crawling, your shadow makes a gesture with the hand that lost the watch. And then you see the
Here's the
watch,
thing about rewatching this
kind of,
episode is that I'm like,
reverse
okay, so what are we doing
itself
arc 4,
through
y'all?
the air.
yeah, is it now?
right now.
Your shade is incapacitated.
Surprise.
I was sitting around listening to
Right
my.
now, I do not
Arc
have the
4
capability or mental capacity to think about Arc
lands
4
into the
Lumira right now. Give me like next week, maybe we can start talking about it. Right now, I do not have it. I can't. I'm so sorry.
Down
You got other things to do first.
downwards. Yeah. And as his other half, his better half, this part,
Val, hey,
his
Vile.
better half.
swings
Vile.
her blade
No.
to dispatch
Vile.
her foe with not even a second glance. His better half. There is a moment where his small
You ever
lips
break a
I
wish
remember
bone?
this. Curve into
That's what the
a-
twins are
a
to me.
prideful smile.
Oh.
But then
What the fuck? Someone remove C. C,
his
turn off.
line, like,
remove
tails
yourself.
C,
You're
remove
okay.
yourself.
Turn off your video.
There's something
No.
else that lingers underneath that. His
I'm
eyes
this
fixated
close
on
to
her
coming into your room.
ability.
I'm this close to coming into your room and stopping the stream.
I have a god complex
Annoyance?
now. I can't be stopped.
Now?
Standing
Now?
there and
Now?
grips
I'm sorry,
onto
that's
his
so
crescent
funny.
blade
I didn't know
to
you could
lift
post them.
himself up.
Boo. Oh, wait, let's boo C.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
As he gets up and holds his blades. Sarah's going to do two things.
I did not know you could put gifts. This just got
He
so much better.
understands that
This is
now
gonna be
there are
great.
Got so much
dozens
better.
of shadows going after his sister, his twin.
Protective
succeed.
Sayer.
And to do
I
that,
know.
Bark.
he looks forward to seeing her.
Oh, we
who
got
is
another
probably
dono. Thank you so
surrounded
much.
by
Real quick.
shadows.
Thank you. We're up to
That is very interesting that you
330.
said that, Sarah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. So the
Oh, sorry, that was me. Let me
I was like,
unpause it.
person
There
from
we go.
which these
I'm so
shades
sorry, that
come
was me.
is Yinghe, the monster of the moon.
Yinghe!
Monster of the Moon Kiss
She-
Temple?
this
More like
person, this
Monster of
baby.
the Kiss.
Some kind of
Temple?
moon.
Something.
Moon kissing.
I gotta temple this. I gotta temple that moon.
A move shall kiss.
Conquered hug, and those black veins have crept all the way up to her
baby
face
girl.
and are now like clouding her entire
This was, like, fully,
eyes
like, a
from their
really
usual
bad day
silver
for
to
Yinghe.
pure inky black.
Yinghe had a really, really
Yeah.
bad day.
Yeah,
day,
this was.
yeah.
This was
Yinghe's
really
no
hard
good,
time.
terrible, bad day.
Yep. They're on the same
Yinghe's
page
no good,
now.
very bad, terrible
Please.
day where they made
And
all
those
of their
voices are
best
coming
friends
out
that
being
they'll ever
gasped.
have in the
And
world.
there's kind of like a
Correct.
pool of
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Random
There's a big ass
shades
moth in
will
here.
just come and
Just as a
oscillate out
warning.
of it.
It's
It's trying to
like
turn
a
off your video
predatory shark
for crimes
jumping
that
out of,
committed.
like a storm
Connie
tossed
sent it.
ocean. But
I
this
did.
is-
That's my hitman. Hitmoth. Attack now. Hitmoth.
There's a sinking feeling
That's
in
a
Sayer's
distant
chest,
cousin
a
to
moment
Mothman.
of familiarity and kinship.
Yes, just
that
like that.
comes
Perfect. The
on
moth.
Yinghe's face.
Like
that
Mothra.
he
Honestly,
looks
hear me
at
out.
his shade.
Oh, come on,
Smash.
Sam.
Gone.
Go on, Sam.
I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
And he murmurs to
You're
himself.
Mothra.
Thank you.
Mothra, my
Okay.
beloved. And he will
Mothra!
shot a bull right at the
Everyone
back
needs
of
a
the
moth with
shade,
lasers.
push him
Yes,
over
I agree.
like a trained wrestler off to the side.
Wrestler
and
Sayer!
Yeah.
but-
Body them.
and try to
Honestly,
clasp,
whenever
his
Sayer
hands. Am I able
decides
to
to
do
just
that?
use straight brute
So,
force,
yes,
force is like
you're gonna get hurt in the process. You're trying to
I'll
like
do it.
That was the
Listen.
arc of
your
not
shape
doing
every
that
time.
though in a way that was so bad.
So
So
I'll give it to you
bad.
at that cost. As you slam into your double, you knock him off kilter. He falls to the ground, but not before electricity and fire explodes from that like meeting, like a clashing of two things about space, bam, springing apart.
Electricity and
you're
fire.
not running toward Yinghe, you're flung toward him rather, and I think you're singed with black fire. The electricity
That's one way of
and
getting
energy jolting
to
through your
the
nerves
shadow
as
in
you
the
stumble
center of the
and
temple.
to this.
Okay, you have many more attempts.
that works.
Throughout- anyways.
Sayer's shirt.
That is the
Valid
Sayer
immediately.
classic
That
is...
shirt that reveals that he's already
No,
torn
that's like Sayer's
from the
classic
wound that
is
he
like,
sustained earlier,
this is what I'm
now
planning to do.
incinerated
Gets
in flame.
blasted somehow, and it's like,
And
that works.
he clasps onto
Don't worry, I've got this.
Yinghe's hand, and in
Yeah.
that moment calls out towards his compatriots Mira and Zynon, and he says, "Please buy us time."
I heard you, Val.
And he's going to
Yeah.
hold Yinghe's hands and say,
It was
"Look at me.
nice.
yeah, that's a
Look
little
at me.
slide
Don't
in
think
there.
of
I
anything
heard
else.
you,
Please,
BB.
just look at me."
I was like, whoa, gay be upon you.
No, this is really.
Whoa, gayness.
Don't touch me,
This
Momo!
is gay.
I'm not going
This scene is
anywhere,
gay.
and I don't care if you hurt me. Just look at me.
Us buying you time here is you
Buying you
staying
time for you to
alive.
hold hands.
Immediately gay.
Immediately gay.
Us. We cut the power of the source. Thing has an opening.
Was it episode 1 or
Yes,
or
you.
was it
Right.
this first stream or the second
As
stream
Yinghe
where
locks
C put us in the
gazes
slow
with
burn
you,
chat?
Yeah, no, yep. See, immediately after this stream.
I feel like it was this episode.
It was
where
this
Z
episode.
Said, "Slow it
out to her like this
down."
before you.
It's- you literally were like,
Slow
no,
down.
stop.
I said, I know what, as your dramaturg, you've told me what it is
And
that
as your
you'd like to
teammates
do.
call
And I'm
out,
here to
you know,
tell
kind
you
of
you're
reluctantly,
too fucking
but agreeing
fast.
to go along with
Slow down. You want a slow burn? It's going to be a slow
into the
burn.
air,
Welcome to long
above
form.
your head, Sayer, and above your hood,
C did
over the
essentially
shrine.
like when
And
someone
there's
else is
steps
driving
in
and the
midair,
passenger
pink
reaches over the
platforms,
driver and slams on the brakes.
feet, forming pedestals that go
Slow down.
up to
Everyone
the
get
moon
out of
in the
reassess.
god's hands 20 feet up into the air.
We'll turn
and
this
Bling,
car around.
And Sing launches herself forward, the
Oh
crescent
my
sigil
God.
glowing in her hand.
A baby.
And she
Yes.
clicks the missing
Oh,
piece
hello.
right into place.
Oh,
And as soon as she clicks it, moonlight explodes
Oh.
from the carving.
See?
Sing flies backward. The pink crystal staircase shatters into butterfly
Oh my god, the
wings.
crystals.
And Sing catches herself on the landing, right knees
The
bent
pink
forward,
platforms.
teetering backward
I
on the
know.
table
The
floor.
pink platforms will haunt me for the rest of
On
my
the now
goddamn
glowing
days.
statue.
No.
Yeah. And as
I
the
will be
light
55, sitting on my
shadow
couch,
self
and I'll be like, Sing's
vanishing
pink
like mist before a
platforms.
rising sun. And the last shade to go.
I love that
is
you position
Sing's,
55 as
with
like the
licking
end of your
tongues
life.
Black fire, like, sweeping it away.
Licking tongue. Hold on.
And
Hold on.
leading
Wait,
to
oh,
a
okay, pause it,
Tongues
pause
of
it.
Black fire
so
sweeping
faint that
Sing's
its
shadow
presence
away.
is barely
Oh, I did that on
fucked up,
purpose.
Connie.
I did on
That's
purpose.
fucked
That was
Hey.
fucked up,
Yep,
Connie.
that was on purpose. That was on purpose.
of the moon god. He hovers above the shrine, robes flowing in an
hate you.
unseen.
I'm also thinking about that in combo with the moon, like the yin and moon being positioned up above, and how the moon gets fucking bored by Uranus by the end of this.
Immediately falls to his knees in front of this god.
Oh, this
Yeah,
song
remember that
is
time
cool.
Connie just
Part
ripped a
song.
moon out of the
She
sky?
starts to
Yeah, I remember.
press
That
her
was
Aiden.
brow
like
to the
that.
tile
Yeah.
floor of this
Yeah,
temple.
I remember.
She did some
Then the
really
moon
fucked up
god
shit in Inferno
speaks.
in that last episode. Like it was
Yeah.
No, yeah.
filled up and then slammed into the full
Yeah.
precision.
Steward
That
of
was.
the moon
I still
god's
think that was
temple.
sick as fuck.
Chosen
The
was.
100%
Bow bow.
gay that's like
Bow bow.
flashing on the screen is so
Ying He
funny
I love
to
it.
me.
but she does not stand. There is an
funny.
expression of shock on her
accurate.
face. She looks incredulous. In the glow of the moonlight radiating from this vision of this god, we see those black lines in his neck begin to fade, and his eyes begin to uncloud.
We are at 3:35.
Yeah.
Understand. I was born
Oh yeah,
without a
thank you.
shadow.
Ghost Boy does our
Thank you so much.
Dono again. Thank
Cursed
you. We're at
conjure shade out
335.
of
Can we hit
nothing to hold
340?
So much darkness inside me that I cannot control. How could I be chosen? Oh, blessed Yin An. What you call a curse, I call the blessing of my chosen, the knowledge of which was destroyed in the Ascension War, along with myself. But my ghost lives on. My memory lives on. The people of Zhiguang have the power to externalize your souls through shadow. That
Connie also doing
is
just
how
a bunch
your
of
magic
world building right
works.
here. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just getting all the
Yeah.
Zhiguang
And wait,
lore.
yeah.
Yeah.
cool stuff.
Fragment
We did.
of your
Yeah.
own heart. You lack a shadow not
Oh.
because you are cursed,
Baba said that shit
but
fuck.
because the power of your soul
Yeah.
is so great that if
Why is
it
your tail
were
all
to cast
fluffy?
a shadow, it would blanket Zhiguang in everlasting night.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Huh.
that's terrible.
I did
Yeah.
kind of forget about
So
that.
I am a
Yeah.
monster.
We should
Like
bring
you
that back.
say.
We should make
Yeah.
Yin He like really.
A blade
They're literally
can
a
be
chosen
used
one.
to kill.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It can also
kinda
be
came up
used
briefly.
to protect.
It's a whole.
Your
There's a whole
blood.
internal dramaturgy I
Yeah,
have
but
with
the
Sayir
power
about that whole
is
particular
not the
thing.
Oh my god.
Shit, apparently so does.
Of it. Priestess, your
Hey,
lack
Sam, you can
of
finish your
Samira
sentence.
has
We're
a
all friends
thing for
here.
children.
Yeah.
and most
Yeah,
of
you
all,
could-
the hatred you have learned to hold for yourself.
Huh? I heard
What?
you.
You
What
are
was Lumira's
blessed
blood
with
type?
great power. Power you have been
In our
told your
dream.
entire
Oh,
life
oh.
is wrong.
Lumira's blood type
Wielded
was the
fearfully
faithful.
and shamefully. Is it
Uh-huh.
any surprise that your magic
Hey, that's fruity.
destroys?
Thought you should know.
But
Hey,
wielded carefully,
Kai, you were extremely fruity in Arc 3.
Arc 3? And the power
Scream! It's funny now! This is Arc 1, Episode old one. Who's the deus of us
I
all?
can impart to
Sign
you
an
the knowledge
edge.
of the ritual.
It's true. It's true.
A sacred ceremony that will revive the ancient magic of this realm.
I love that Yinghe is like communing with their
Rise,
goddess and like
my
learning about their
chosen
destiny and their fate
priestess,
here and like
step
what it
into the
means to have
destiny that was
power.
always
And then like in
meant
arc
for
3 they're like
you.
fruit shinobi champion.
And
on the
celebrate.
pyramid.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love this for him.
Rises to her feet. She looks at this ghost of her god in his eyes, and she sees within his face a fragment
Because that's
of her own
part of the thing
soul.
that Sayer had in his head that he didn't talk about to anybody. You know, typical Sayer
memory
problems. Where he was like,
reaches
"You're
ahead
like a
of
whole
them,
chosen one.
cups the
Like,
same
Yeah.
why are you leaving
Why you-
Chukwang when you're the chosen one
Flares.
and hanging out
And when it
with
dies
me?"
down, the moon goes
These are conversations to
the
have.
trauma
black
goes deep
halo
with this
behind
one. Poor
Yinghe's head like the
Tim.
shadow of a new moon.
Not oh I can't say that. Ooh,
Yinghe
too evil.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Their cheeks are still hollow.
We'll save
their
that for
lips
after
are still
stream.
cracked.
Yeah, we will.
Their life is bleeding.
Okay, what I was gonna say is
First
if
time ever
Yinghe
in the
dies,
silvery depths
then Sayer
of
will
her
have
eyes.
failed to protect the
He
chosen one
addresses her
twice.
party.
Okay, I'm leaving now.
Why would you hurt me like this?
Honestly, you know what,
I
Kai?
feel like for the first time,
You know what?
I know exactly what I need to do, and,
You know what?
and it's all because of you.
Wow,
I'm sorry,
are my
Connie.
players
Solidarity.
striking?
You helped me figure
We call this Nova
Now I
Solidarity.
have the power
Yeah.
to help the city of Zhangda, to help all of Zhuguang recover from the war and forge a new path. Thank you. And as Yinghe says these things to your party, what
baby.
emotion rises to the surface for each of you, unable to be suppressed? Let's start with Lumira.
Classic Connie question.
Right.
I
Classic
love
Connie
questions like
question.
that.
I was not ready
Still
for
reeling just
Yep.
a bit
Pitch
from
that one
all of this, but
Full speed right at you, Sam.
you
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's
And
this
that's
really
every
important
time-
question.
so hard to keep
There's like a rhythm that
Book of
Connie
just
like
pure
starts as soon as they're about to
off
throw a
of
question,
her
and whenever
face.
that comes
Her
up, I'm looking at the other
eyes
two, and I'm like,
are
"All right, who's gonna get it first?
very
Who's gonna get it first?"
almost marble gray,
Yeah.
opalescent to a point, and they're wide in wonderment, wide
Oh.
in
Sam, the fact that you
question.
locked into talking about
also,
what's going
more
on in
specifically,
Lumira's eyes
like,
to set up the fact that
she
that's where you
rolls her
can tell what
shoulders
is
back
going
and
on in
stands
her
up
internal world
straight, kind of
immediately.
takes her normal
Masterful.
pose.
Masterful.
A tangle.
Proud
So in love with her.
that
Just
she
sitting
was-
here, just like, oh.
we're able to prove ourselves.
Every day I wish she was real and I could have her.
What about you, Zion?
I could
what
fix
emotion
her.
rises
And by
to the
fix her, I mean
surface
make
for
her
you?
worse.
You can make her worse
As
right
she
here and
deserves.
now.
You can make
As
her.
she deserves.
Yeah.
Right here and now.
You have the
Fake
power,
courage
Sam.
of this.
Oh,
Oh
I
god,
will.
only touch.
I know, and
Just you
I
wait.
feel. I know.
And-
I'm aware. I'm looking
been a
at
rocky-
Damocles' sword hanging above
far.
my head. Right, like it's
But
Doominoes.
Oh my god, Doominoes.
the
because
Doominoes.
Believer Zidon kills me. Is why
Oof.
he's with
This is rough, y'all.
Why
This is
they
rough,
are
y'all.
set to work together. Remember when? And there is a lot of satisfaction.
Can't wait to play
in
with the
seeing
Dumo
her
wherever we
succeed
get set
and
to
seeing
next.
this end.
Arc 4 is gonna be super chill, y'all.
Yeah, I think on your look of
like-
satisfaction,
I don't
we,
believe you.
follow your gaze.
You're
I don't
going
believe
somewhere
you.
nice.
Before we land on Sing, we're gonna land
$350
on
at
Oh my
100.
God.
Congratulations, y'all. We're $100 over our goal for
Thank you,
tonight,
y'all.
which is
We
amazing.
are.
Throughout.
Thank
We
you so
are.
much, everybody.
Thank you all. Yes, thank you to
Thank you
Jasmine and
very
Duke
much.
for those additional
that
donos.
Yinhe
Thank
has
you.
received from Yinan. Sayer. There it is. There it
Yep.
is.
I can see.
There it is.
I can see the
There it is.
homosexuality taking over your brain.
That
Yes.
See that I can see the homo. It's stirring in your eyes.
I can see the
Bad
plot
mouth.
hook and the above and the session and I can see the homosexuality, and I can see you.
Yeah, I know.
I can
You
see
were
you
like, wait, what if I was
turning your
gay?
face
Well,
toward the gay.
If I
Which is so
remember
perfect.
correctly, also in the like
Like
before,
the moon reflecting
in the
light
before
of the sun.
times, Seer was also like, well, monster, question mark,
And
looks in a mirror,
he
monster,
just-
monster.
Smiles authentically as a tear.
God.
He literally in this moment was like, "Oh yay! I'm so glad that someone who is a monster gets chosen. Maybe that'll be me someday." Good path for
Get
them.
help.
Love this for you, Yinghe. Also, I'm gay,
Get
but I'll
help.
never see you again, right?
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think
time
there's a
to
little bit
go,
of
I guess.
satisfaction and
Right?
relief, and yes, a little bit of victory being shared among Strike Team Nova here as Sing steps forward, like kind of dusts herself off, right, with a single flourish, and all the dust and the shadows are gone from her radiant robes, and she approaches
miss her
Yinghe,
all the
and
time.
even though she exudes radiance
same.
and joy and exuberance, there's something very down to
My
earth
sister.
about her expression as she talks to this chosen priestess. Hey, look, I know a thing or two
Remember the
about
time
being
singing
chosen and all
Yinghe
that,
to each
and
other?
it can be a lot of pressure, but it can also, like you said,
Make myself cry.
be incredible when you know exactly what
I'm
you're
gonna,
meant to
I'm gonna
do.
just
Thinking about
that.
that.
So I'm really
Go
happy
ahead.
you found your purpose. I just know you're going to do amazing things to help your home. You're going to make Yin-An proud. It's an honor to have helped you on that journey. And these words coming out of literally anyone else's mouth would have been kind of corny, would have been kind of cheesy, a bit overdone, fake.
Make
But
myself
coming
cry.
from Sing, there is something special about them. A genuine weight. Like she's the first person ever to have spoken the sentiment
Chat
aloud.
saying I didn't
And
realize
coming
I
from
missed her
Sing, it
voice.
doesn't feel patronizing or
Ow.
trite.
Oh,
It
yeah.
actually feels
I miss her voice every day.
deeply and
Ouch.
seriously, their silver eyes walking.
Every
at the
time
same
Connie
speed.
brings like a
And the
sing, a
chosen
singism
priestess of Yin-An,
Yeah.
monster
in any of the
the
arcs we're in,
temple
I'm like,
says,
oh, it's so nice to hear her voice again, but my god.
At what cost?
At what cost?
I can sense you're still searching for it. It will come. And soon. Sing blinks, and for a second, vulnerability peering through. We see impatience. So much impatience. She's been waiting her whole life to know what her purpose is. We see longing. We see hope. Thanks, priestess. I hope so too. I've been waiting for fate to show me what my purpose is my entire life, but I don't think the answers are just gonna come as easily for me as they did for you. I mean, it's not like the embodiment of destiny itself will just tell me who I am and what I'm meant to do. And I've made peace with the fact that I'm gonna have to figure it out myself.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She has this little
Embodiment
nervous laugh,
destiny?
Connie, that you do every
Yeah.
time that she's like,
Turn a
I'm a little
flame.
awkward, and it gets me
Yeah,
every
everything goes
time.
on.
Yeah.
That's when the four of you hear a beeping noise. Not out loud.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
there it is. There it is.
Bastard
baby time!
Your comms array
An
slash
Orbitus
database
bastard.
slash sapient magitech companion that accompanies you on every mission off-world.
There it is.
Whether you want it to or not.
And you know you're about to
need
get
all of you to be
teleported,
nicer to my
zapped back up to
baby.
the Syndicate.
No.
For a job well done. And the Oracle's voice rings in each of your heads.
There it is,
It's
the
nicer.
motherfucker.
Everybody, a very standard God Prophecy Chosen One war stuff. It's time to go back to the Syndicate now. Strike Team Nova.
So
time for your
I'm-
debrief with Artemis. But more importantly, I am hungry and I want snack.
So, what is the
Oracle.
last thing
I
each of you
love
do or
you.
say before you get zapped back up to the Syndicate?
I love
start
the
with Zion.
Oracle.
Oracle.
Yeah.
Or
Too.
the,
Connie
the
was like,
fucking.
I need
The very
to do
familiar
an
Oracle
ooh
beeping
voice
starts
immediately.
before
And I said,
our
okay, but it
precious
has to
little
be
baby Oracle
different for
started
Squeaks.
talking.
And you delivered.
Zion began to fix his hat. And kind of dust himself off, even though it doesn't really all travel with us, but still it's habit. And just lets out a very deep sigh, making sure that Sing does
Thank
not
you,
get
Spectral Main.
400!
too close.
What?
Oh my god!
Oh
my goodness.
We're only 100 away.
Over now to
What
Mira.
is going on?
Thank you all so much.
Wait,
Ghost.
Marco, oh
is
my god.
Thank you so
in the
much.
middle of doing
Oh my God, the
a
note is so
massive
funny.
flourish.
Jukebox
I think
Ghost
it's
says,
like a
"For
dust and a
homosexuals."
spin at the same
Nice.
time.
Correct. Thank you.
Correct.
So true.
Oh my
Wraps around
goodness.
Zorro style, and just
straightens out her collar and rolls her
Damn,
shoulders
she's so
back.
cool.
I need
figured out.
Lumira.
It's
I need
like as
Lumira to
soon
have
as
another
she
Zoro
hears
cape
that
for me.
dinging,
Oh my
For
god,
me.
yes, yes.
Personally.
Ooh.
walks over.
Honestly,
to
I'm kind of with it. I think
Sayre.
long capes are like her thing. I think that's
reaches
probably
to
gonna
me?
be
to-
like
Yeah.
a like a
I also did
consistent
like the
order
long
of clothes.
sleeves from Arc 2,
pulls
though.
out like
That was
that's
great.
a
nice.
stick
Yeah.
of
The
gum.
long sleeves from Mark II kind of ate too for sure.
The healing
That's the
gum.
senior
I miss you.
Oh.
And
Not gonna
will
have access to that anymore,
kinda
are
like-
you?
brush the dirt off the side of
we're
her
in danger.
shoulder.
Uh-oh. We fucked up.
Other side of her shoulders. The entire
That's funny you
thing
brought that
does
up.
come
See,
out.
put a pin in that. I have dramaturgy I want to talk to you about for Arc 4 when it comes.
And then just focuses forward.
Heard.
Fear.
Heard.
Like in Ready
Speaking of
Set.
which, how's Sayre responding? What's the one thing Sayre does before you get zapped back up?
By being gay.
Sayre,
Yeah.
That's how he responds.
Keeping
It's when you look.
his heart
Always.
This is such a like because I've watched you
Thought he had
perform
more
so much. It's when you look up and to like the
as
slight left of
Lumira
your camera.
hands him the gum.
It's like up
his
here,
eyes glitter
where you're like,
as he smiles.
I'm gonna
and
do
replies
something
to
really
Lumira and
gay now.
Promises.
And I'm like,
Aw.
I'm looking into the face of my beloved when I'm like
You
right
could.
here. Like when you're up
I-
there, I know that you're being
No, not my secrets.
I hope you can find your path
This
now.
is my secrets being unearthed.
It was nice
It's
meeting
right
you.
here.
Oh my god.
To
Not
be
Sayre
loved
being
is to be
so
known.
fucking homosexual here.
What, are the four of you leaving?
We are.
Okay then. Well, thank you for everything. And
level of
oh, wait, I don't even think I caught your name.
Oh,
My
God.
name is Sayre.
Not this. Not this.
And then light
This is where.
ensconces all four of you.
Oh
The
my
Lucas
God.
Temple vanishes. and
Sorry,
you're back
that's
at the
wild,
Syndicate.
Connie. I love the my name is Sayre.
The
Gone?
trans
Yep.
played
Yep.
a
it would have been
reification
it would have
and
you
Yep.
know the only thing that would
Yep.
have
Better
made that
known to
even
its
better is if Sayre
undefined
would have
number
hit
of
with
agents
the
as trans is not
like I didn't catch your name. I didn't
materially
throw it.
speaking. Is impossible to describe. in
What
detail.
Sayre
It
did
has
not know was that in
mass-
that one
enough mass
in that
to
one
span
sentence
maybe a
he
city,
had
perhaps,
absolutely
and
doxed himself and
Yeah.
had given
Yeah.
his social security number,
Yes.
home address.
Yeah.
That's how Yinko was able to
Yeah.
find. Yep.
Steel, or some
Knew
kind
his
of
name.
wood, or some kind
Wow.
of flesh, or a series of undiscovered
That's
elements
amazing.
overlapping like freshly
This is
laid.
Let's go.
Enjoy
With the
the
pink
description of the
walls.
place we
Trans
won't-
is a location.
Wow.
you don't have to.
That's
Hey,
fucked
C.
up.
Hey, C, what the fuck?
Somewhere above the
I'm going
crushing
to
lurch of the journey,
find a
which is, of
back
course, the
channel to
ontological
your
framework which
computer to
undergirds
kick
all
you off.
reality, and slightly below conceptual space, precepts being, of course, the omnipotent architects of the multiverse. Trans,
Of course, that's what they
Of
are.
course. The
Yeah.
architects and architects of the
Yeah.
multiverse. Yeah.
Two of the
Obviously.
three precepts.
And
a
this is
few
the thing I
short
love about
heartbeats
novels.
after
When the
they
novels are just
created
like, yeah, so
reality
here's this thing that
itself.
everyone knows.
So the
and
syndicate is
now is the time
quite
that you just
literally
like
older
bring yourself
than
to the
time.
logic of the world, and we're
and
going to
we
move on from
push
there.
in now
I actually
through
really
the
enjoy that, and I
endless
like that we did it
vacuum
here.
of semi-esoteric space, which is
Did we get to
also
older than
a
time?
verdant
Did
field,
we catch
which
that?
is also a collapsing
Yep.
star, and we enter trans.
Yep.
We see twisting halls of cosmic blue, oceanic purple, sterile white. The corridors are branching.
A funny question about are all the walls
a
pink,
neural
which is that
network
Connie
of
did
marble
want to make
tile
all the
and
walls
long
pink.
thin tubes.
And I
of
said,
gold
I don't think you can
connected
make
to
all
the
the
ceiling,
walls
lighting
I
the
did
way
want that.
like deep sea algae.
Just remember how
Behind
aggressively
those
pink it was
thick,
described to be
oblong
originally. I was like,
windows,
wow, this
those
is really
viewing
pink.
bays, we glimpse an assortment of wondrous occurrences. Behind one window, machinery clanks and whirs, spinning fine filaments of steel thread into beautiful shapes.
Oh,
Behind
trans.
another,
I'm gonna miss
know.
you.
I know.
growing in
know.
tandem with
What a
one
beautiful
another,
place.
feeding themselves, the soil, and the agents that care for them.
Oh.
It's
Their
the people that
orange
really made
stems
trans
curling
trans,
up
you know?
bonewood trellises.
Hold on, I got the
We
perfect
turn
gift
a
for
corner,
this.
and we
Oh,
enter
no.
a hall, a
afraid.
vast
Get help.
domed corridor,
I know.
dozens
I'm
of
just gonna
feet
tell you,
across
get
and
help
over
ahead
a
of time.
quarter mile.
Sam's so
Vaulted
tired of you.
windows of prismatic glass offer a oh my god
With it coming from not the chosen
glass
one makes it
burst.
even fucking
Yeah.
funnier.
Yeah.
Really funny.
Sling City. There is another shiver, and we see a desolate ice field. This vista is constantly changing,
This is one of my
never
favorite
static,
songs for the
always
Syndicate.
magnificent.
Yeah, it's a good syndicate song.
The hallway
It also
itself
does like
throngs
attach
with
itself
activity.
to moments that make
Agents
me so
of
nervous,
trans
so I just start
bustle in
sweating
Yep,
when I
yep.
hear it.
I will say, okay, folks, legitimately, I have, like, I think all the Chaos Crew has, like, we have indoctrinated ourselves all the different Pavlovian responses to all the different songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one in particular, though, like beginning of arc 3,
Yeah.
the infinite horizons
Yeah.
of the journey.
that's the one that I
We
think
now
really makes
see
me
a
just start to
person
like
with
sweat.
dark blue skin and a tunic of shimmering,
is, if I'm not
interlocking
mistaken.
scales, hustling past a wall with the trans
Yeah, I'll say it.
logo on it.
This is
and
the
the
big-
logo
the first
is a
track
light blue
in one of my
circle
playlists
with three
called,
spheres of white forming a
Drifter Loop.
triangle inside of it. 16 stars shine along the inner edge of the circle, along with thinner bands of pink.
I do
and
funny
white.
things like that all just as an
Strolling
aside. I
past
love naming
the trans
my,
logo
my
in
like
the other
playlist
direction
groups.
is an
Funny little
agent
things like
with
that.
light brown
Hey, what's one of the
skin
most
and
fucked up things you've
curly
done,
dark
like,
hair
playlist-wise,
adorned with
in terms of,
live
like, repeating
moss and
songs in
flowers
certain
that bloom
places?
before your very
Sing Loop.
eyes.
That
Z
one.
is
Yep.
It's
shuffling
3 songs
between
long.
various
I know
Yep.
exact, and it
And we know them all.
holograms, documents as
You know
Z
them all,
bustles down
and I
the
use
hallway
it
with a golden
viciously.
mechanical cat trotting alongside them.
Yeah, what you all
This
don't see
agent
is that we'll get
walks
off
parallel
stream or we'll
to
hit a
the
break
iron
and that song will have just
tracks
been
that
playing.
cut
We'll
through
all
the
get
center
off
of
and be
this
like, hey, see,
hallway.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Quite literally.
What the fuck?
Roars down this track
Like,
made
hey,
of
what's
gleaming
wrong?
black
Get help.
iron. An agent
Get help.
Expeditiously.
sticks fair head out the window, golden.
But it
blue
does
also, like,
against fair dark skin.
Oh, yeah.
Faye grins
The music
and
also
waves at
just
the
drives
agent
the
with
knife so
cat,
deep
who
that
waves
there's a
down
reason
the
why I'm
handful
crying in
of
like
kids
every
already
scene
looking.
that loop
And
is
then
using. 'Cause
Z
it's just like,
strides toward the
"Ah!"
Zir cat and phases through it.
Spoilers for Arc 3 of
perpendicularly,
Chaos,
reaching
in
a
case
rest
anyone doesn't
stop
want
on the
them.
other side.
But
And
in the very
we follow
end,
the train
where,
now, rumbling down this track.
in
rainbow
that one
steam
episode where we get
billowing
a
from the
sing
vents on
monologue
its
again.
black-plated
Oh,
roof.
yeah.
I use
And as
the
this
song
train
that you did for
approaches
Death
the end of the
Monologue to
corridor,
sing.
the shuttle slows
Yep,
down.
sure
I
did.
know.
Sure did.
Wheels groaning against bright steel.
I think that's probably
tracks.
I cried
And the train
immediately.
tugs
In fact, I think
slowly
someone clipped
through
me
a
the moment I realized what was happening
A threshold of
because I was projectile crying.
paper lanterns,
Yeah.
projectiles, and other blessings.
Projectile
As the train pulls to a stop just past it.
I love that there's a
Doors
train. I
slide
forget.
Open,
Yeah.
ramps
Yeah, it's
file
cute.
down, and agents
put a
come
train in this
pouring
syndicate.
out into concourse.
We will
I
have public
completely forgot
transportation
that
in
there
trans.
was a train
Now
in the
see
syndicate.
Concourse B,
Completely
a
forgot.
massive,
Like, I've been walking
sprawling
around that
plaza
bitch
that's
the whole time.
easily the size
There's
of
an
a
ocean
town,
in there.
maybe
Like,
even
it's
Yeah,
got
there's
Yeah.
several oceans.
Yeah.
multiple
Also, you've been
levels
hanging with Zynon, who just
overlook a
walks
ground
everywhere.
floor of tessellated
That's
That's
true.
like
I
it's,
definitely
it's a
got
me
that
thing that I
vibe.
gave him.
Streams that
I used to
splash
get yelled
over
at Disney when
grassy
people are like, "There's a
hills
tram." I'm
and
like,
pass
"Yeah,
under
but I
rock
could just
bridges with
walk."
Stone lions guarding them. The ceiling, if you can even call it that, is an
It's so
open
important to me, especially in the
expanse
first
of
episode of an
bright blue
AP, to like
sky, with
really
fluffy
establish
white
what the world
clouds
looks like.
drifting past
And then,
twin
like, obviously, I
suns
love being
that
descriptive
shine
in every
warmly.
episode, but
We
especially
see
in like the
fountains of
pilot of the
emerald
series.
water.
It is even different from like
Buildings of sandstone and wood,
episode
even
ones of other
temples all
arcs.
shapes
Like,
and
it's
sizes
really
Yeah.
honoring
important to set
That's like
deities.
screenwriting.
Yeah.
That's like screenwriting, television
Mm-hmm.
writing 101.
Concourse
Like
B
the
is one of
pilot,
the
you're
syndicate's
spending the
many
most important
beating
part of the
hearts, a
pilot
central
is setting up the
atrium
stakes,
where
setting up
all
the
dis-
setting, and
where
setting up the
agents from all
characters.
disciplines
Like,
pass through and converge.
Well, in AP,
And we
it's also
see
like
these agents
it's
now
also like
consulting
setting
hollow
where
screens,
we
pushing
can all
dollies,
be
wheeling
standing in the
cages
same
full of
world, the
strange
players,
worlds
the
and
viewers,
energy.
etc.
correct.
Yeah, because
Trans.
not only the player, like
It's a
you as
place
the
of
GM Connie, but also the
enchantment.
players
It is a place
will
of
use
Yeah.
that as reference
a
for
place
literally the entire
of
rest of it.
Everything.
Exactly.
And like
Oh, yeah.
populate the
Yeah.
places and the
Hold
things
now
and the
on
objects, the
this
details, and the
concourse,
players pick
watching
up
the ebb
on
and
like
flow
lots
of
of different
daily
things and then
syndicate
pull
life.
all those things and keep growing.
And then
Definitely. And I feel very
ringing
strongly
through the
that
PA
like
systems
the
in every
farther a
corridor,
world
every
deviates from the
chamber,
real world as we
every
know it, the more
oracle of
work
the
we have to
syndicate.
put in collectively
The
to
announcement
establish our
comes.
shared visual
And this announcement
language
Yeah.
and library.
Yeah, agreed.
changes everything. Sayer, Lumira, Zynon, and Singh. The four of you materialize on the teleportation.
I got
dais
so
in
used to
Brisbane
just
Green.
hearing our three names that I
room
keep
looks
forgetting.
I know.
Rectangular window built into one wall.
Zynon and
I remember the first time that we had it without though, and it was also just like,
sky, the stars glimmering like precious gems in the depths of a long-forgotten ocean. There is a table in this
Hurt
room,
my feelings
several
again,
chairs,
over and over
a
again.
floor of polished hardwood.
In my house?
isn't fancy.
I think we're in your
but it
house.
gets the job
Oh,
done.
right, she's not
An
there.
apt descriptor of all
Yeah.
strike teams who
We're
work
in your
under
house, but you're not
Artemis.
there.
But you're not
Patron
home.
saint
'Cause you've got other
Mortals,
things going
one of
on.
the three hands of
You have
fate.
yeah.
Yeah, she really has
But
other
as you
things
appear
going
in
on.
briefing
Sing,
room
Sayer, and
8,
Lumira are about
you
to
can
be
all
kids
tell
immediately all over again.
is wrong. Artemis isn't here.
Hi, Mom.
This is extremely unusual. This is borderline like alarming or like need for emergency. The hands are always
true.
there to
She's
debrief
busy
their strike
dealing
teams
with
when they
Dusty.
return from mission. But
Yeah.
Damn it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Artemis is absent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No,
That's
quite
kind of where the
literally, yeah.
timeline
The
is.
Yeah, yeah,
sliding
yeah.
door that opens up into the hallway.
Wow.
You can hear and you
Did
can
not
see
Yep.
pick
people
that up.
running
Look
past
at
the
that.
door,
That's
shouting,
actually
Second
wild.
Stranger.
There's some
Spoilers.
kind of massive commotion.
Second Stranger
happening.
spoilers.
What do the four of you do?
Arc 8 episode
actually
7
holds a
and
hand out.
8-ish happened the
it's
same
gonna
day
go to
as
the door
Arc 1 episode 1 of Chaos.
slowly.
Like they're the
but it's
same.
trying to hold
Wow.
it.
It's like the same day. Yeah, same day.
Mhm.
Same day.
What's going on?
Holy shit.
Sayer like
Yep.
looks nods at Zion's
Ooh.
instruction
Which I
and
love
has
about
his
it.
hand
Spoilers
on
over.
one of his crescent blades and kind of looks at Lumira and Sing, and it's just like, Artemis is always here. So Artemis never leaves a door ajar. It's either open or it is shut.
Wait, I'm really wait, hold on.
Very clearly. Did you
I'm really
think
emotional about Artemis
that
is
strap
always
is
here.
going to take so much
Yep.
longer to heal you.
Artemis is always here,
No, I'm so
and I love
sorry,
that I just decided to make a canon about like, oh yeah, you either open it or it's closed. That's nothing
Feels
is.
past all of you.
Yeah, Artemis doesn't do
And,
things halfway,
like,
for sure.
Past Zion's outstretched hand, like just brushes past
Nope.
it. And yep, she's there. She opens up the sliding door and peeks her head outside.
This is Connie being like, the
Hey, what's
plot will
going
be
on?
moving
What's
forward now.
happening?"
Thank you very much.
And she's addressing this to the various people running down the hallway, just like gesturing and shouting and
my God.
moving very quickly.
420.
Lumira
And
will
I-
walk out
Well
too.
done.
Oh,
Thank you for the
420.
God,
Thank you.
420.
Sayer will look at Zion and
Thank
it's
you,
just
Jester
like,
of the Fae, for that
Hey.
dono.
Zana just shrugs.
Oh my, we're $80 away from 500, which is
Sorry. Oh my god.
oh my god.
That's huge.
wild.
Oh,
I
that
think
makes
as
me
the three
so
of you catch up
happy.
with
You
Sing
are
right by
incredible.
the threshold,
Excited.
you
Thank
see
you so
into the
much.
hallway and you notice that the doors to the other briefing rooms in this corridor are also open, and various
This
strike
is so
team
fun
members
because
are
you can see
pouring
that
out of
I'm
them. They're
trying
pulling
so
out
hard as
hoops.
Sayer
They're
to
running
get
down the hallway
Zidon
in
to
the
be nice to me.
direction of the
Nope.
forces. There is
I
an
just,
energy.
I
in
think
this
I barely
space,
speak to you for the
hectic
first like
You
2
do.
episodes.
tension and anxiety, excitement and fear. Hope.
Because Artemis was
Very.
scary, so Zion's
And
like,
as each of you kind of,
okay.
like, poke your heads out of briefing room 8, a short, stout
Briefing room
agent
8.
in an electric wheelchair with dark skin and shoulder-length curly black hair nearly collides with all of you, with Sing in particular, who's like now in the middle of the hallway.
Meanwhile,
like, trying to get people's
Lumira,
attention.
Sing, and Sayer
And
walk
this
into
agent
this
very
office
deftly
with the
navigates her
energy
chair
of
around your group,
kids who
and while still
consistently
kind of
get in
rolling down the
trouble
hall,
with
but
their
at a reduced
mom.
pace.
So it's like they have some respect, but it's like
What are the four of you still doing?
Here
We have a
again.
strat.
Hear
We
the-
have an ongoing strat on how we're handling this.
strategy,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Fate
There's
and
some
magic
Sing bats her
are
eyelids,
here.
you know, like
They've
goes in
confronted
first.
oblivion.
Yeah.
They have some kind of news
Lumira
to
provides
share.
like the rational logic.
Everyone is coming to hear the news. Even strike teams who have been on mission for years. They're recalling them. The hands are breaking protocol. Come on.
click, 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 click. Lumira is dead sprayed at people.
Yeah.
You
The
just-
heels.
Shit.
Oh my god. Kai, your face is Zion.
Lumira,
So...
wait.
I know, the acting, the deep acting as Zion.
He kind of like looks over to Zion and it's just like,
Looks like someone punched him in the face.
Sure
Zion
does.
is kind of
Also,
frozen.
something.
Sayer's trying to be so normal
I
here.
think another agent just brushes past him. And
Sayer's
usually
like,
he
I'm being
is
so
quick to
normal
point out
about
someone,
my
even if you
creator
can't see
being
them,
here.
And he's a bit.
I'm so
stunned.
chill. Zion, don't you think I'm being so chill?
Seer, I
Zion
think
is like
you-
having war flashbacks. Seer's like looking for his approval.
You heard them. We gotta go.
Yes, sir.
Agent Silence head is just like
Sing is right there with you, Lumira. Like she immediately started running as soon as the words fate and magic.
Oh my
and
God,
alien
also, like,
fell out of this person's
So
mouth. She was
trusting
gone.
Lumira.
Yeah.
Oh
I
Jesus.
know.
I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
Yep. So the four of
You know,
just
those
dart
cute little
down this
running
hallway.
chibis
You
that I
go
have
past
on
the
the
gate,
BRB
down
screen?
another hall, twisting and turning through the ever-changing
Hilariously,
corridors of
it's
trans. You can never
Sing,
quite take this
Lumira,
path
Zynon,
twice
Sayer,
until you
Artemis.
arrive.
And I'm pretty
in
sure that's the
Concourse
order in
B.
which you all run.
The plaza
like, this
is the
time.
That's
only
actually
place
so cute.
Yeah.
That's
That's
so
so
really
cute.
cute.
It is packed. The balconies, the ground floor, even the floating
getting close to the
daises
end.
of gardens
getting
and
close,
rest
yeah.
stops
I
above
know.
your head. Every single one of them is packed
440?
with syndicate agents.
Oh my goodness.
Holy shit.
60 away.
Thank you, Mayor. Oh my
Just
goodness.
Oh my god, you guys.
so much.
Is
That's amazing.
Thank you for the
That's
money.
amazing.
vast floating
Thank you,
chaos
y'all.
Incredible.
currently
Happy
Oh my
chaos.
goodness.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh my god, what the
talking furiously amongst them.
Oh my god.
The first hand of fate that we see.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for bringing us $500 for the TS Madison
you all.
Starter House. That's
6 foot tall man
amazing. That's our second
Dude,
goal.
that's
Oh my god, I
Oh my god.
Light brown
mean?
skin and
Yeah.
long dark hair.
Oh my god, what do I
God.
even do here?
This, we're almost.
We'll leave it here. We'll leave it here. That's excellent. Victory lap.
This is a
Yeah.
victory
Oh my
lap.
god,
Let's
Father,
go.
Victory lap.
you are incredible. Thank you.
The strength
What incredible
teams
momentum
under
to bring us
William's
into our
command
Juneteenth
have a
stream
sterling
this Saturday.
Yeah.
Incredible momentum. Yeah.
And of course, heroism. Wuyen is wearing
Oh,
Wuyen. Wuyen.
dark lacquered rawhide armor with gold trimmings and deep emerald
I love
A gold
them.
carving of a lion's head is mounted on Ta right.
Ta's really hot.
Oh,
Yeah.
truly.
I
That's,
know.
that's my wife. That's Kai's wife right there.
That's Kai's wife.
He's just he's a male wife.
Wuyen's
Yeah.
True.
cheerful, very
Yeah, it's true.
exuberant face is scrunched in worry and concentration as Ta consults with the other two patron saints. Ta's dark eyes flick over to the second hand of fate.
Also, Ta's like hair
Lucy.
in the illustration
Okay,
is like
tracing
the
to
right
the
kind
eyes.
of messy. I'm
Has
like,
a
oh.
sharp, severe face and dark
That's so funny you say that because
skins.
Sam
Lucy, Lucy.
Slender with reams of hard
Sam
muscles
themselves
hanging
consider
her
herself
perfectly
a
tailored
third
black
between
vest with a
Lucy and
golden
Artemis.
tie against her
Oh,
over the vest, they wear a black
Honestly, good
cape
for you.
shimmering
They can play
in
chess. It's
bright
me, chess.
fire.
Right.
Horns,
oh my
spirals
god.
from their
I
brows,
king and
long
queen.
eyes
Something,
of
something,
pure
something,
black.
something.
I'm
with
more
Yeah.
God. Lucy is the butch
Lucy's
of
hair is
yep,
long,
butch and fitch of
black
my
and
heart.
straight,
Yeah.
back up over their forehead and left to tumble carelessly across their shoulders.
Also, her whole energy
Lucy
is
wears all
unparalleled.
kinds of jewelry,
I know.
fancy
Can't be bothered.
horns and sharp spade-tipped tail. Lucy's
Also,
brow
I
is
think it's
dark,
very funny. Like
expression
we're
currently
getting such a very
concentrated right
vivid
now, but her face is
description of
otherwise
them, but we
unbothered.
don't have.
We didn't have the art yet.
Artemis
No.
or any. We didn't have their
Yeah.
art at this time yet. It didn't
Mouth
come till
moving with some kind of
a
suggestion.
little bit later.
The artist
And
really
now
killed it
we
though, because like
see
the
Yeah.
art really
Artemis.
looks like what I
Quite
described.
The patron
literally.
Artemis!
of mortals, a
Here.
broad-shouldered
Artemis.
It's our
Is
baby.
light skin,
Here she is.
completely
Our
shaped
favorite single mom who
sharp
works 2
golden
jobs.
eyes that
Who loves the kids and never stops.
A tattoo of laurel leaves curves around their head, framing a network of concentric circles at the back of her crown, and she wears a black
Yeah.
and gold sleeveless
I need to
shirt
talk about that
with
more.
a sheer white shawl
Yeah.
thrown over one shoulder.
What, the
Face
laurel
is
leaves?
Hard. Impossible
Their
to
eyes.
parse. Mouth set.
Oh, and that- oh, this-
Tattoo. The tattoo.
Tattoo on the back of
Yeah, I
her
think
head.
of
Bottom
of the
all the
PCs, I think
hands,
Zion's the one that's
Artemis's
actually gotten the
uniform is
best
the
look at
most
all of Artemis'
understated.
shit.
So they do exude
Yes.
a
Yep.
presence
Yeah.
of great import. Artemis
Maybe Lumira too while they
takes
were
in
bathing.
what Lucy is
Yeah.
suggesting.
Oh,
The
yeah,
more
yeah.
here, and she lets out a
Oh, that's right.
sigh.
Yeah.
And then
I
Artemis,
love-
Lucy, and Wuyen put their hands in the middle and they play rock, paper, scissors.
So ridiculous.
And Lucy and
I
Wuyen
love how
drew
the
paper.
this is
And Wuyen
actually
kind of
great
with that
foreshadowing
open
to the
outstretched palm
relationship
claps
between the
Artemis on the
hands
back.
going
Yeah, they're so
forward.
weird.
Yeah.
Like this
Artemis
is exactly the same type. This is
The
the same
book.
type of. I'm gonna say this is
And
the exact
Artemis
same
turns
energy
to
as
face
the
the
notes of
crowd
Passions of the
above
in between
and below
the
them.
margins of
Then they
Passions of the
stride to the
Gods
front.
find. It's these three acting just like
and as soon as
this.
she does,
Like this.
All three of them are so old. All three of them are over
Yeah.
like 100,000 years old.
Yeah.
So like you
Oh
get
my
kind of
God.
weird
Yeah.
and deeply
Yeah.
intimate
You
with
get
each other.
weird.
the stress, the
Yeah.
confusion,
Yeah.
the hope.
My God.
And then Artemis
Imagine
opens their
knowing
mouth
somebody for
and
100,000
addresses the
years.
crowd.
And you're the only 3 people
Agents of trans.
the entire
The
existence.
announcement.
I was gonna say Agents of Trans before coming on.
Magic are here.
That was I was so
As
this
all
is
of you
when
know,
my
we
ears
have been
I
looking
couldn't
for the
hear
third
myself
precept,
because my heart was beating
Oblivion.
so hard.
You look really calm.
You look
Yeah.
so
Like, you look
You
really
look
calm.
calm.
It's so baby. You look so baby.
Oh my god, you do look like a
She
baby. Look at
annihilates anything
We all look so baby,
and
honestly.
everything she comes
2 years
into
ago.
contact with.
2 years
She is
ago.
the darkness at our heels, the shadow in the wood, the end of all things,
My wife.
and one of our
Fantastic,
sacred.
Huh? What? What
Oh.
happened? What happened?
Oh,
What?
why? I'm sorry.
Chaos protocol
My-
on transplanar RPG.
I had an ad. I was trying to.
Maybe
Okay,
it's
hold on.
time for a break.
We're almost done with the
We're almost
episode.
done. We're almost done. Okay.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Here. There. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll stop. I'll
Where is
let C control it.
Where is it? Even.
We're practically there now.
Yeah. Do you want to press play, C?
Hot damn. Yeah, is it here?
Our
Oh, yeah,
highest
hi.
ranking strike team
Okay, we'll just
have
start.
served as our stalwart leaders in this objective.
And on that, Artemis nods at one of the deises floating near the stage, and we see 4 figures atop that dais. But at this distance, you can barely make out their silhouettes.
Twilight
Even so, these figures
Oh,
wave.
God.
The Twilight Guard.
Cheer.
Hey, I'm thinking about the Twilight Guard.
Yeah, no, me too.
I'm
I was thinking about it a lot at the end of
Twilight
Arc
Guard.
3. Yeah, uh-huh.
Trans has to offer.
I'm thinking
nervous now.
about.
We don't. It doesn't have to be Arc 4
False
anytime
silence
soon, actually.
I am
The search
fearing
for
Arc 4
Oblivion
regardless.
is over.
True.
3 hours
Maybe I need to
ago,
do
Fate
art.
and Magic confronted Oblivion on a plane of existence known as Andake. There was a
Andake
great battle,
mentioned.
Many lives were lost.
Andake.
Where the
And
fuck
at the
is
end
that?
of it,
Someone yells from the back of the room.
Fate and Magic have returned to the Syndicate.
Artemis
to explain
glances
the
at
rest
them and they
themselves.
explode into a puff of
This
smoke.
was an unprecedented moment. But I trust
You're
you
dismissed.
Give them their fullest attention. Trust in her will.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
That's the
We
first
are-
one.
First
We said
instance
it.
of trust
It
in her
is.
will. Like trees.
We said the tagline. We said
moving
it.
Prayer. Like the ocean striking a match. There
Goodbye,
is a
me.
sensation like
Yoinked.
flying.
Off stage.
Took
myself off stage.
Seems like, get me outta here.
I gotta go.
There is a taste.
None will ever be as iconic as flinging Sing,
like
but
copper.
Yeah.
Like the sugary
good.
tang of a prophet's tear.
Oh
And
my
then,
god, no.
ribboning into existence in
Good
a
fate
flurry
description.
of butterfly wings,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Here? That's fucked,
light
Connie.
are
That is
fate
fucked.
and magic. And magic.
Hey.
Magic.
remember when Magic?
Wears a shimmering.
Remember when
iridescent
Magic?
robe
Yeah,
of
I remember when Magic.
From infinite realities. The material is
I am at
fine,
70K.
like silk or grains of
I
sand.
can't
the color
wait
of
to
the
bonk
robe
your
looks
ass.
I know. I got the same.
Fucking wait.
Oh my God.
I can't
shifts.
fucking
like the
wait.
use Here at trans, like
You can try.
It's-
bottom
it's
of
that
the
one
rise
meme.
I can try and I'm gonna succeed.
is soft and angular, like a weapon made
coming.
of gold. Their eyes are every color at once, and so is their hair.
I will probably get
Long
there by
and
the end of the
flowing
next
and
arc.
braided and never ending. You can't quite tell where their hair stops and their robe begins.
Oh, magic.
His skin is dark,
Magic.
I know.
the color of a storm-tossed
My
sea.
bestie.
And standing in front of Magic
Oh,
is Fate.
My worsty.
Oh,
Fate
fate.
has a
my
round,
worsty?
bright
My
beloved
worst.
like a
worsty.
My
Parhelion
beloved
ring.
worst.
Their skin
It's
is
fate.
I'm gonna go on ahead and say I don't
dark.
think I don't
She
think
wears
Magic's
a
too bad.
long, fluid dress of pure
Is that the first-
incandescent
They're bad at all.
light.
God.
Connie, is that the first
Every
time you
single
use
person
a
in the audience
bright round face like a
instinctively
Parhelion
shields their
ring?
eyes,
Or is that from
yourselves
Second
included, but the
Stranger?
light
It rocks.
doesn't
No, I think that's the
hurt.
first time I used it.
You have a feeling it could.
Rocks.
I could be
if
wrong,
Fate
though.
wanted it to,
Yeah.
but it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Fate has
Ugh.
short, soft fingers that lift into the air
Mm-hmm,
and wave as she addresses the crowd.
Your hand looks
Hi,
so
Mom.
beautiful there,
Dazzling
Connie.
smile
Oh, I
cuts
think-
across
Get
That
help.
was such a
To this
missed
day.
Hi, Mom. Fate,
Fate
Fate doesn't even doesn't look at you, and then like 10 seconds later she goes, "Ah!" Her voice also floats. It levitates somewhere
What great
between your
foreshadowing
mind,
for later.
Your soul,
Yelps as if
you're still
she sees a cockroach.
Yep. Oh, what was that?
Start stomping on it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Like, oh.
this.
Oh, you
Pulls
shouldn't
the
have been
slipper,
standing
starts
there.
whacking.
These are not gods. Before there was nothing.
Oh.
There was everything. The first precept.
Oh, right.
This is what I was reading to myself during the trivia night. I was like, at first there was
Same.
Yeah.
There was
Creation
nothing.
myth, my
The
beloved.
first precept. She knew the end and she knew the beginning, and she called herself Oblivion. They loved each other. They hated each other.
She thinks she real slick.
They were nothing.
Not mentioning
Yeah.
the other shit that she done did. There's a Dominion or two that lays in that bitch. You forgetting about it.
Oh my god, like a precept can't have hobbies.
God forbid a precept have hobbies.
Coiling, iridescent, and dark, structured and formless.
Is that what we are to magic? Are we
Everything
hobbies?
invited
Are we
something.
hobbies?
Speak for
Are
yourself.
we the new? Are we a Netflix series for
They
magic?
left.
Hopefully it wasn't
Magic
one
really doesn't
season.
want it to get canceled by
Death,
the
water,
Yeah.
department. You know what I
fire,
mean?
luck, and
Really
light.
does.
Yeah, Magic
really wants a
really,
fourth
really-
season.
So they keep
Yes.
they keep upping the budget and bringing in new actors.
Yep.
Gods, worlds, realities, outcomes. Oblivion watched as fate and magic journeyed, and it grew jealous, and it grew resentful. And when it followed
Oh my
their
God, this
trail,
version.
Is that
Oblivion
so?
destroyed. It destroyed realities. It subsumed time. It ate life after life.
That
world
lore
after
being right there,
world.
Connie. It
Yeah,
subsumed
right there.
time
Oblivion
right
was
there.
darkness, and the
Yeah.
darkness
Connie.
needed to be
Connie,
stopped.
literally
Yep.
right there.
No, you
Yep.
can't sleep
Yep.
on any
Which
word
is
Connie says ever, which
No.
is
Yeah, you have to be
cannot.
vigilant.
So they could
Yeah,
have to stay
because
vigilant.
I'm not even trying to be funny because that
And
went
after an
far
infinity,
over my head
and after no
in this
time at all,
in
thanks
this
to a
specific second,
handful of
and did not
demigods and a
even
very
come
lucky
back
sword,
in
fate
full
and
force
magic finally
till arc
found.
3.
Demigods and a very lucky sword.
And we worked things out. That's right. Oblivion has been stopped for good. We sat down, we had a nice long chat, we explained our perspective.
This
and
voice.
we finally
This-
convinced Oblivion
I
to
love
change her
this
ways.
vibe after Second Stranger.
I need you all to know. I need you all to know how much I had to
Right?
rein myself in this moment and stay in Sayir's brain instead of Voska's, who was like,
End of the multiverse and
bitch, excuse me? My wolf did not, like, crush a coin in their mouth and punch you in the goddamn face with this.
guidance, we can help her become a better precept.
oh my god.
Help her become
love
a
her
better
so
Oh my god.
Honestly, she's like
to stop destroying universes.
gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Saddam Snow, you don't
Precept
even know.
edition.
Wisdom can help her.
Listen, Puck, you don't even know the number of times Voska is screaming in the back of my head when I'm Sayir.
Since the Syndicate's inception, your primary objective has been to help me enact my will across the multiverse. To help ensure that what is fated
But also
comes to
such good
pass.
acting from all of you
And
to like
Trans's
Yeah.
secondary
accept the
objective, of
premise
course, has
of
been
this
to
entire
find
show,
Oblivion so we can lock
basically.
her away forever. But again,
It's so
no
good.
longer relevant. So starting right now, Syndicate agents
No longer relevant.
Delighted by
objective.
fate being
Oblivion
like
has
this.
I know.
destroyed
I
so
completely
she's
forgot
honestly
that
like
Connie
this
even
TM.
had that whole section of hair behind his head that
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get that
Yeah.
long ago.
Fail.
fix it all by herself.
That's the longest my
So
hair's
we're
been.
going to
Like in
help her
2
and
years.
the multiverse together. After apologizing for all she's done wrong, Oblivion pointed me in the direction of we call this? I
Connie's
can't like
I have
fate.
never
Are
come
we
across
on
anybody
episode
more
one
full of shit.
lying into the mic
And now-
for all
Yeah.
your
So
I love
Yeah.
you for it.
Yeah, just
Your
straight up
new
lying.
directive.
Lie after lie after lie.
Mayday
But,
missions.
but she
That's
believes
right.
it.
Field agents will not
That's
be answering
horrible.
these distress. Field agents will
People
now
in
be
hell believe
answering
they
these
need ice
distress
water.
calls to get those broken worlds back on my fated path. Now,
Oh,
I understand that some of you may have complicated feelings about the syndicate's new
stares at
direction.
Sinan.
After all,
Yeah,
The
Lumira.
amount
I've
of
lost
the
loved
amount of
ones to oblivion
dramaturgy that went into this
itself.
moment.
Yeah,
Some of you
I was
have
like,
even
okay,
lost
so we've
more
set up
than
this
just
entire
loved
stuff about
ones.
this character.
Entire worlds, entire
Now
planes
let's
of
talk about what's going to
existence.
happen in episode 1.
Oblivion
Yeah.
is
That-
not
I think it's I think
Far
it's kind
from
of
it. I'm
it's
not claiming that
funny
she
in
is,
that regard too,
but
that
everyone
like a lot of people
deserves
forget that
a
Lumira
second
knew
chance.
Zynon very well prior to
Trans
being in Strike
is
Team
about
Nova.
doing what's
He was her
right.
mentor at
Trans is about
LSSG
enacting my will, not just
because she
I
was
said
also
so,
the sole
but for the
survivor.
good of the
Survivor, yep.
multiverse.
LSSG
Of
is
a
such a good
nation.
time.
Every
The greatest place to meet people.
serves a
Quite
greater
literally.
purpose. Even if you don't understand the
Yeah.
objective immediately, I know they've been odd. Dig a hole here, move a statue there, bump
So like
into this
that's
person.
why
with this
Lumira and
random
Zynon's
plane, but your
relationship has
missions
always been
Yeah,
a
they're
bit
so
more
close.
advanced
As your
in
debrief.
Yeah,
that regard.
and the naive
yeah.
of it all, and
Digging
the
that hole
yeah,
with
The
just
naive
like
of it all.
And the
Naive
name
of
of
it
it all,
all.
yeah.
New
Lumira has
classic.
always
Could have
been
shifted
very
the
intrinsically
entire
tied
alignment
to
of the temple
Zynon
just
before she
so
even
to
was a
prevent
member of
terrible
Nova.
collapse.
Yep.
Bumping
all
into
been
that
tangled
person could have
together.
helped them meet
Quite literally.
the love of their
Yeah.
life. What incredible stories!
Which is why she feels so strongly about this being her
Trans.
family.
is not about vengeance. Trans is not about rage. Trans is about helping other people. I understand your pain. As
So
the
funny
architect of
contrasted
all
against-
reality, your worlds
I'm
are
looking at the
literally
3
my
themes and
worlds.
thesis
Your
statements that's
pain
in our
themes
Yeah.
our,
for sure,
yeah.
in all
Yeah.
of our session zeros that currently exist.
But
It's just such a
killing
funny thing to say
Oblivion
that I won't say anything else about.
won't bring back the life that has been already taken.
Let us know what you
It
talking
won't
about.
bring back your loved
We know,
ones.
we know.
What has been
here
taken
with
by
ya.
oblivion, as we all know, can never be returned.
That is
What
true. She's not
will
lying
make
about
you
that.
feel better.
Yeah.
What will
Yeah.
make a positive difference in the multiverse is helping those who have been hurt by oblivion, extending a loving hand, healing the multiverse. This is our
me, the
destiny.
people who've
Something,
been hurt.
something,
This
the road to
is
hell,
By this.
our
etc.,
venture
etc.
Me.
to repair a
Oh.
reality that's been torn apart by oblivion's mistakes and serve as the stewards of a better journey for all. And on that, we cut to the 4 of you, Sayer, Lumira, Zynon, and Sing. The crowd, which has been
Hey,
silent through
welcome
this
in,
entire
Erica
speech. No one
and
dares interrupt.
Raiders.
Hello.
In a great
Welcome
big
in.
cheer.
Everyone
Even
go
those
follow
who were
Erica.
sitting in shocked silence
now.
before,
Already.
those who have
Yes,
lost people,
yes.
lost loved ones, are clapping, they are cheering, they are whooping,
We're almost
they are
at the
crying
end
and
of Arc
shouting
1,
and
episode
pumping their
1.
fists. And as we find you in the audience, I want to know what emotion flashes across your face at this world-shaking pronouncement. Starting with Lumira.
Man, Connie was tossing you the
Lumira came into
the start.
this.
Yeah.
Sam,
I
2
was-
for
I
2
was
so
getting
far.
the baton. So enthralled, she believes wholeheartedly in fate's plan. She genuinely trusts in her will. But she could not. Ooh, this
hide
age
the
like
only
mayonnaise in the
response I have.
sun, didn't it? Ay,
We all start somewhere. I love that this is where Lumira starts. Love
Yeah.
it, love it, love
It's
it.
so good. It's so fun to watch now.
She is one of those people that lost everything. It does not seem fair. Do what I lost get a second chance?
Apologies, Shiva has a lot of feelings right now.
So while
I
everyone
get
jumps
it.
up
I get it, buddy boy.
and cheers, she stays seated for a second and looks extremely solemn before she realizes where she's at and what presence she was in. And she gets up to her feet and starts clapping.
Sam, the micro expressions in your face
yeah.
in that
Beautiful. They're beautiful. So good.
Across your
Oh my god.
Silence. Hat
Oh,
off for Fate.
silent.
Hat
Noting.
off for fate.
Fate is not the most present.
That's one way of putting it,
and
Simon.
Before this, going on a day or a decade, depending on how you measure time.
Having
has
10
never
years
been
as an agent.
in their
Zayna.
presence, and so
Happy
they
10 years
were
as an
ready
agent.
to be just in awe, and was for quite a while.
Did you have heresy in mind when we were
As
celebrating your
the
10-year
announcement
anniversary?
came out. Not even a little. Zynon felt like he was at the bottom of the darkest hole.
Zynon, if only you knew
The
Simon.
what I
sound of
have
the
in
room
store for
vanished
you.
for a minute, and
Hey,
Oh no.
I'm sitting right here, Connie. Arc 4. Oh my god, I have things
sitting
to
right
plan.
here.
We're
sitting right here.
We're all sitting right
that
in front of
when
my
he
salad.
closes his
Connie,
eyes,
right in front
he
of my
thinks,
salad?
I'm going
Yeah.
to
Connie,
break
in front of my
her will.
Chat?
He couldn't hear her. And then he pulled himself back, like he does every time. And as the final issuing of the order
Hearing this,
for the
now
Moonlight
knowing what I
Falls
know,
comes through,
fuck you,
at
Kai.
that point he
Correct.
is present.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike Lumira,
Talk about another
is on
Arc
his
1,
feet
Episode
with everyone
1
else.
breadcrumb.
and writes
yeah.
his hat
You all were doing
and begins
just
to clap and cheer.
Yeah, we kind of
but
was
it
cooking.
is-
I ain't gonna
Yeah,
hold
we
you.
were
We
cooking.
were definitely cooking.
kind of.
We came out the gate.
Yeah, I think as you
Came out the
clap
gate
alongside
swinging,
Mira,
quite
we
literally.
now cut over to Sayer.
That's what I mean.
As we find your face in the audience, I want to know
Oh.
what emotion flashes across
What just
your
happened?
expression.
I don't know. The
at this
overlay did
world-shaking
something. I'm like,
announcement.
what happened past C?
ambivalence.
Oh.
I think. Oh my! I remember. My camera was weird.
Sarah was.
Oh,
I remember
right, we
now.
took a
Yeah.
break, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Oh yeah. We took a break, and I must have taken that
twin
out in this.
sister.
Yeah.
He was made by fate.
And then I
He
must
was
have forgotten to put you on your
molded
solo
by
screen,
her.
is what it seems.
No, you're
The
fine.
fact that we made it here.
Yeah, it's just Val that's down here.
And all the stories, everything that he has learned, he's
Early
learned from
tech.
the people here.
Early tech.
About fate,
Early
about
tech.
magic, about Oblivion.
Like it doesn't still happen
about
today.
Oblivion and their
But hey,
disasters,
that's what it's all
their
about.
impact, their danger to everyone else.
No, truly.
Oh, this is
But that's
before I had funny
all
light.
he's known.
Foreshadowing in
Oblivion's
I think
always
I'm
just
really
kind
proud of all the
been
foreshadowing that we do,
that.
and
Yeah,
how,
we
like,
did a ton
how
of
well the
foreshadowing here.
character
Boogeyman.
arcs are laid out.
Someone that
feels
everyone
like
else is
everything
afraid of,
really
yet
does
is
matter.
too
So
frightened.
during this hiatus, if you
to
feel like you
really
want to go
get
back
real
and watch some
about.
episodes,
So he
there's stuff in
isn't
them.
really reacting.
It's
to
really
the
fun.
I have
Yeah.
some that I've gone and
Oblivion.
watched.
things knowing. That's why I kind of
Yeah.
say like
There's one
spoilers
person
may
who
or may
has
not affect your enjoyment.
One who he knows.
Because there's something about, like,
Oblivion
knowing
has taken
what's
much
coming
from
that
Yeah.
adds like really interesting layers.
and his bright blue eyes.
There it
His
is. Bright blue
cerulean
eyes again.
orbs.
Your bright blue eyes. Cerulean. We need a Cerulean orb
She is
counter.
I was about to say we
He is
need
also
someone to
sat,
go through every
hands kind
episode
of
and just put a
clutching
counter
his
for
thigh.
You
the
watch me
time.
change his eyes in Arc 4 just so I stop
Looking at
saying
her,
that.
sharing
Good
this
luck.
look of,
Instead
Hey,
of
I'm here for you.
cerulean, there'll be jade now.
I see you.
Jade orbs.
And as soon as she feels confident to rise, whether or not she meets his gaze or not, he also gets up and does a small clap.
Yeah. Sayer, as you join
Not
the
the
rest of your
golf
strike
clap.
team in clapping, we now pan across your faces to find Sing. Sing, this entire time, has been hanging on to every single syllable coming out of Fate's mouth like they are golden kernels. And right now, Sing's eyes are full of stars. There is something monumental. There is something monumental in Sing's gaze, something vast and unreachable. She isn't clapping or cheering like the rest of you, but she's just nodding.
I need
Slowly
Not the
and
sipping of the
confidently, and her
Coca-Cola, even
eyes
in Arc
are
1.
fixed on Fate.
Yeah.
I needed it. to
we
live.
pan back up to the stage now as Fate
Like,
slowly
I need to know what's
sipped it in
going on in
character,
her
bow and the
brain.
clapping. And
Like,
Yeah.
I need to
Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I want that to happen, and I know I'm gonna get
of you,
severely
you
hurt in the
are
process.
real
You know.
heroes of
Yes.
this story.
You know, all I'm gonna say is
You
seeing
will be
how
the ones
Sing spent her
responding to
entire
these distress
tragically
calls
short
after all.
life
In the meantime,
desperately
Magic and I
searching
will
for
be
her
going
purpose.
on a journey of our own.
And when
Even
she
though everyone told her
finally
she had one.
Needed journey of self-discovery.
And when she was finally
and
ready to step away from that
recentering
search,
and
it found her.
renewal as we figure out the best way to guide Oblivion into this new version.
Connie, what the fuck?
So
Honey, we're
What
here
the
to celebrate
fuck?
chaos.
Stick
Why are you
around
stabbing us
before
for?
we leave. There
Why are you
is
stabbing us
Spirit
for?
of chaos. So it seems.
Yeah.
Yes.
my
We
chosen
are
one.
here.
Come up here and join me on stage.
Oh, right.
And at that,
Yeah.
there is a collective
oh, right.
gasp.
I
The crowd
forgot
shifts.
about
They
this.
kind of
Yeah, I forgot about this.
Yep.
I did not.
Yep.
Every single
Yep.
eye
Yep. Yep.
focuses
Yep.
on your
I need you to
party.
know that this
Specifically
moment runs
on
over and
Sing.
over again in Zion's head for the
And
rest of this
Sing
arc.
is as
Same.
Her eyes are wide, her face is cracked open like breaking dawn. And then she gathers herself, nods once, firmly,
I have
and
thoughts
without
about
looking
that.
back at the three of you, without looking
Her
back
openness.
at Sayir, her twin,
Yep.
sings
Yep.
up into the air, and a dais of translucent pink glass crystallizes underneath her feet, step by step, as she approaches the stage above her.
I
weaving
think about this a
staircase
lot.
Out of thin
Yeah,
air.
me too.
Sing's steps are calm. She is not nervous.
I don't know what I was on for this music,
Sing
but I
moves
love it.
like someone who knows exactly what's
beautiful.
going
The
to
same
happen.
bullshit
It's
as
gorgeous.
usual. See
The usual bullshit you're on. I don't know what bullshit I'm on. It's the same one.
And what is this? Like,
Oh, what did I
be
do
real.
here? The same thing you always
Smiles
do.
down at Sing
Hurt
with
me.
that perfect
Hurt all of
smile, and
us.
Sing nods and steps forward to join her. And Fate turns her smile back to the audience and speaks. It's about time I share with you and everyone at Trans what your true destiny.
Fear, 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 fear. There we close it.
There we go.
Goddamn
Make a pit stop to one
ass!
of 4 delicious $7 Phillips from KFC.
I got ass.
CF1 the movie in
gone.
theaters June 27th.
Sorry that we all had to just
Is it
watch
starting
that
over?
ad.
What's happening?
Color-led dark.
We skipped straight to 3.
Number 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh man,
Oh, my goodness.
that was great.
Man.
Yeah.
That was great, y'all.
What a
hurt.
premiere.
That's a really
That
good
fucking
premiere.
hurt.
It's a really strong
Yeah.
premiere.
Yeah.
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 That
We killed
rocked.
it. We killed it.
Well done.
No wonder we cleared out all those awards.
Audio Fiction World Cup winner.
Winners.
Winner.
World Cup. That's everybody.
World Cup.
Yeah, that's
World
that is
Cup?
that is
That's
everyone,
That's
yeah.
the whole world.
yeah.
That's
It sure
that's
is.
best overall. Quite literally in the world.
The world circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's kind of us. Ooh.
Man,
we really do.
you are
We should
excellent.
brag about that more because that is actually
We should.
amazing.
We should
Yeah.
brag about that more.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is permission for all of you and all of you in chat to brag about the fact that you have excellent taste. Brag about us for us.
You all have excellent taste, everyone in chat.
Yeah.
Right.
You all have
Thank
you all
immaculate
for
Have
being
taste.
here.
great
Sounds
taste.
great.
Delicious
Thank
taste.
you.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Thank you all so much for being here.
Yeah.
I'm like still like sitting in it.
I know. Oh, wait. Bliss Star Bean on Twitch has an excellent question that I think could be a lovely way to maybe like close out the stream. An excellent question says, if your characters now could say something to your characters then, what would they say?
Ooh.
You're going to make me cry.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't think about it, but then y'all said it, and then I really thought about it, and now my eyes are starting to sting.
Spectral Main in the chat. Leave Sing at home.
Sing at home.
Hold Sing. Hold Sing and never let her go.
Oh, Val.
Actually, how that sentence would start is future Sayer slapping past Sayer and then saying that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My God, there's so much. There's so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's such a huge question. It's huge.
I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
You really threw. You really.
I know. I really.
I'm hearing like crickets, like
Yeah.
from
Like
someone's
literal
audio, and it's
Yeah, it's really
reminding me. No, it's reminding me of the Lion King because there's this like really quiet lull of a moment where before Simba has that whole thing with Mufasa, and I was like, God, this is making me think of the Lion King, and it's making me think of Sing, and I'm very, very sad now. So, ow.
Maybe I shouldn't have dropped this question. Maybe
No,
this is
it's
something.
excellent.
It's
It's
a great
excellent.
question. It's an excellent question. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to like narrow it down because I think there's so much.
There's so much.
Yeah,
There's so much that
Yeah.
Lumira would want to tell Lumira her like this version of Lumira. Like there's a lot that needs to be told to this version of Lumira. Go ahead, see.
I
Yes,
had a
see?
bit of a brain blast. The classic line.
The visions.
The visions. My visions of like the best time to tell the line from Sing's poem.
Oh,
The best time to tell someone you love them is now. The second best time is never for Lumi.
That was-
to her past self. That's violent.
That was definitely that was the first thing I thought of when that question arose. But then there was a lot more that I wanted to add to it. The first one for sure 100% is tell Sing you love her right now. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You go directly to her right now and you tell her right now because you will never get the chance. Everything that you thought was lost is not. You just have to find it. And everything about you is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
devastating and
god.
perfect. What about Zainin?
Yeah. Zainan's is also like very complicated because there's so many things that he would want to tell himself, but the most important one would be go faster.
God damn it! Ow!
Because the rest of it would definitely be boiled down to that with Seer, with Lumira, with obviously with Sing, but also like to believe the gut instinct that he feels in this moment, right here in this scene that just
Something
ended.
is wrong.
And you
Yeah.
busting out the Zainin voice to say that was violent.
Yeah.
Everything about
Fucking
this is
sucked.
That was
fucking
violent.
All of
Everything
you.
about this is violent.
Oh my god.
Thank you for that truly fucked up positive question. Amazing.
Fucking ouch.
Goddamn.
Ouch, y'all.
I was like, we won't need decompression after this. Maybe.
Maybe we do.
We
actually.
do.
Maybe we got a lot of unpacked stuff that we didn't get a chance to talk about previously that kind of just got stirred up just a little bit.
Screams.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
sure.
now we get a thank you. I'm sorry, Blister Bean in the chat. And now
Thank
we get
you.
an apology after you hurt everyone in a 20-mile radius. AOE, really?
Apologizing like C. Thomas. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
Oh my goodness. All right. I think it's time for us to wrap up stream and the rerun, y'all.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
goodness, what an incredible stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in, celebrating chaos, and helping us raise money for the TS Madison Starter House. We have raised $528.
That's
Oh
so
my
far.
god.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so
That is
much
so cool.
for
Literally.
so much.
showing up and showing out for such
Thank
a
you so
great
much, y'all.
cause.
Yeah, it truly means so much. Thank you all so much for donating and being so generous with your time and your resources and your money. So to keep the love going, please join us this coming Saturday, June 21st at 8 p.m. USC time for a very special Juneteenth one-shot spearheaded by our very own Sam Sam, would you like to tell us a little bit about what to expect on Saturday?
On Saturday, expect demigods, expect all black cast, expect all black trans cast, expect queerness, expect gentrification and community building. Join us next Saturday. Well, this Saturday, not even next Saturday. This Saturday. I'm gonna GM for the first time ever this Saturday. Yeah, thank y'all all so much. This is fucking awesome. It's gonna be taking place at a summer camp because it's summer, and who doesn't love summer camp? And who doesn't love summer camp that are full of demigods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That rocks.
So tune in.
Heck yeah. It's going to be an incredible time. And let's smash that 1K goal on Saturday and
Let's
smash and
smash
go
it,
beyond
baby.
it. I know we
Smash
can.
it.
Yeah.
I know we can.
1.5?
Let's do it.
1.5?
Y'all are in for such a treat.
1.5?
I'm so excited.
Such a treat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I cannot wait.
I truly
See, would you like to talk to us about
Yes.
the zine?
Yes, and make sure that you tune in Saturday, June 21st at 8 p.m. US Eastern Time, right here on Transplaner RPG on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube chat. That was the intro announcements. Here are the outro announcements. In the meantime, while you're waiting with bated breath for Freedman's Summer Sanctuary for extraordinary youth like I am, you can submit your fan works to our anniversary zine. Every week we are releasing a series of themed prompts to help celebrate the show that we are celebrating that week. And you can submit new, old, ancient, even fan works that you've created over these 5 years of Transplaner to the zine to be featured. So use !zine in chat to share your art, illustrations, crafts, writing, cosplays, games, other creative endeavors that I haven't listed here with us to help us celebrate 5 years of Transplaner RPG. That submission link will be open through the month, so please do submit. All proceeds for that zine that we will hopefully have a print run of, which would be so cool, will be for charity. So anything helps, and it means the world to me to be able to uplift you, transplanters who make art, because I continue to think that it's truly the coolest thing ever, just generally speaking. Anytime anyone puts any amount of time, energy, interest, and art into the art that we've made is so special and so cool, and it means the world to me. That's the zine. Submit to it,
Heck
please.
yes. Submit to it.
Let's do it.
Thank you all so much for tuning into our Director's Cut rerun of the Chaos Protocol. So just as a reminder, of course, we will see you this coming Saturday, June 21st at 8 p.m. US Eastern Time for Freedman's Summer Sanctuary for Extraordinary Youth! But in the meantime, journey well, transplanters. We're going to be sending the love on in Twitch to someone else, so use the raid message in chat. We love you all so much, and a happy fucking Juneteenth!
Happy Juneteenth!
Happy Juneteenth!
Happy Juneteenth!
Happy Juneteenth!
Happy Juneteenth!